What? 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 Say what? 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 Go.
When I get to work, miserable, change my clothes and shit, but I fucking don't like it. But so I did that for a year and a half just to not have any payments, and then finally, bought a truck and shit. Yeah.
That's my thing. I just don't want fucking payments anymore.
Once you're off of them, it's like, dude, how much money do I actually have? Like, holy shit.
That's me, like paying money, gas, and insurance, dude.
I spend as much money in my fucking gas as I do in my entire car payment.
That's what I mean. It's just, dude, it's.
I'm out. I gotta go.
Are you leaving?
Yeah,
Dude, I run to work, so I don't know what this gas problem is.
Yeah, man, thanks for hanging out today.
Yeah.
Tell the girlfriend friend we say hello.
I will. Travis, man.
Take it
easy.
Hey, were you guys making that door wider to get that mattress in there?
Something like that.
Is that what it was? Or making a new door? Are you making a Batman cave? Is that what's going on? Okay.
Talk to Brooke about if it's nice. Let's say Saturday. If it's nice next weekend, let's play some pickleball.
We have the boys next weekend.
It's not my problem.
You want me to bring a wheelchair out to a pickleball?
I didn't get pregnant.
Court? I don't think that's how that works.
Leave him at home. He'll figure it out.
He'll change his own diaper. It's fine.
Hey, that's a new. I'll play pickleball in a wheelchair. Why not?
Whole new sport right there.
Right?
Gentlemen.
I have to go.
Your wheels are tearing up the court. See you, guy.
See you later.
Don't even fucking do it, bro.
It's not plugged in that one.
Don't even fucking plug it in. Our last guest we had on here, we had the heater plugged into the computer shit, and it popped the breaker in my fucking surge. And we lost everything. We were like 45 minutes in. It's all right, though.
Damn it.
Can you hear all right?
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, you mind getting this guy with a white beater off the screen? That's all I'm saying.
That's his next comp right here. This fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
He's a Jeet Kune Do fucking champion out here.
Oh, it is?
No.
Elden Ring champion.
We're looking at some rage quit shit.
All right, so I'm gonna try to be Johnny on the spot here with the camera flipping and shit, but
Nice.
this is the first time, second podcast we had cameras, so
If it works out, it works out. If not, is what it is.
yeah, that's
So-
Travis, welcome back.
Nice.
Welcome
Glad to be
back.
back.
Yeah, man.
How you been?
Fucking sore.
Sore.
Old man.
Yeah, but you're looking good.
Thank you, brother.
So since the last time you came on, you had technically not your first fight, but your first fight in a while,
Yes.
right? And you end up axe kicking that fucker right in the face.
No, I hit him in like the chest or the sternum. It looked like if I hit him in the face because he was like starting to come up, but I hit him in the sternum
with a fucking axe kick.
Yeah.
Jeez, like the foot's up here and then you're dead, son.
Just fucking.
Oh man, you set that up?
nice.
You knew it was coming? Like
He was just laying on the ground. And I was kicking him in the leg, and I was like, "Fucking, what can I do?"
He's over here
Fucking
playing
smack
possum.
this.
Like,
I was like, "Oh, I can just fucking." I wonder if I could just fucking slam this right in his chest or in his gut or something. That's what I was aiming for his stomach, and he kind of like rolled up and hit him like right square in like the sternum. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, were you trying to like pounce on him, like do some ground and pound, or you're just like,
at the first fight, I threw a fucking just rookie mistake. I just threw a haymaker just because I just wanted to get it going. Yeah, man. And just, whop,
that's you though, man. Like you're a fucking ball of lightning. It's like you don't know what's coming out.
Yeah, dude. So I was just ready to go. It's always the action. Yeah, it's just like, fuck it. Let's just go. You know what I mean? So that was my mistake, and he just swooped it, took it down. We scrambled for a little bit, and then he ended up taking my back, so I tried standing up, and then I was just like, oh, man, this is not going to be fucking good. You know what I mean? So after a while, it just kind of survive, and then you get up, and your fucking adrenaline's going, and you're like, okay, it's fucking my turn now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was there's a lot of adrenaline, a lot of nerves, a lot of fucking kind of like, oh, shit, I'm not going to do that again. I should have, felt that out more.
Do you think that kind of opened up and got the nerves out now? We're a little bit more calmer pace. So going into this fight, because people don't know you're fighting at the end of this month, right? 31st.
Yep.
In King of the Cage down at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Yes.
Correct. So you think that kind of knocked the dust off? Like you're gonna be a little bit more poised as you come in, maybe no flying knee out here.
Yeah, right. No, it's I think going into it, you know, God, I don't know, like, it's hard to
hit him with the Ben Askren's knee. Who is that guy? Mazdov just come in.
Going into like you got to like understand like it's filling out, so it's like you kind of want to be first, but then you don't want to be over aggressive. Right. Yeah, so it's like you find this like weird like, and then your adrenaline's going, and it's like so it's like finding this weird like. But now it's like, okay, I know not to rush in. Like, let's find a tempo. Let's throw some faint. You know what I mean? Let's feel out the situation.
But that's the difference between like if you're just kind of sparring with your buddies, training. Where like I know I'm not worried about getting knocked out. Yeah. But now it's like if I make one fucking mistake here,
like, or drop my guard, my hand, and like that's what I mean.
That was a question I was going to ask you. Is like how do you get mentally prepared? Like like football, basketball, you go in like. Basketball is like, oh my God, am I going to do okay? Is this guy going to steal a ball from me? Right. Can I shoot the jump shot?
You're not worried about getting knocked out.
Once you hit it, now you go in. Now you go in. You got to be like, am I going to get knocked the fuck out? So I can see where you just come in and be like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to hit you with the hit. What you got? What you got? And then you look at his eyes, maybe. I don't know. And see what's going on. And like, how do you prepare yourself? Like, how do you get ready for that?
I don't think a lot of like, I'm not one of those guys like, oh, I love fighting. I don't care.
Put it this way. You're fucking on fight day. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not holding that shit in.
No. You can't do that. You can't. No.
I've done research. I've done like both. I've done like, because you hear like the basketball players like, oh, no one.
All the great boxers.
They say it's like, dude, I think you either go into, you kind of are aggressive, but I don't know. I think being more calm is better nowadays.
I think let that juice out and catch your zen.
That's what I mean. You kind of want to be more like in the zone now, I think, because it's like, I don't know, it just goes to show that if you just go in there fucking guns a-blazing, it doesn't really work out if someone's a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're already playing it slow for the most part anyways.
Can you set them up, though, with your offense, though? Like, if you...
Yeah, that's the name of the game, obviously. You
know
what I mean?
If you come in with, like, okay, so is your opponent... Do you know your opponent? Like, what they're good at?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
Do they show you... I mean, obviously, this isn't fucking high echelon of, like... The UFC, like, do you actually have film on the guy that you're fighting at all? Is it just kind of word of mouth? Like, hey, this guy is a fucking jiu-jitsu player. He likes to fucking wait and take his shots on a armbar or a fucking heel hook or some shit, you know?
Yeah, usually the coaches will the matchmakers will let people know. Like, they're not trying to be like, oh, you know what I mean?
This guy's a fucking farm boy. He's never fought before.
Yeah, they'll set it up. So, like, because they don't want someone just coming in or like whatever, like, oh, this guy's this and this guy's that. Right. Like, oh, well, these two will go better than this match. You know what I mean? So they do try to match them up. Like, well, this guy, you know, he likes more to stand than he is a jiu-jitsu guy. And it's like, oh, well, this guy likes to stand and make too. Okay, cool. Let's let those guys go at it. As opposed to this guy's a jiu-jitsu wrestler. Oh, shit. Well, that'd probably be a good fight. You know what I mean? Let those guys go at it because they're going to want to grapple. You know what I mean? So,
do you know the guy you're fighting?
No, I know like his name, but I don't know. He's 0-0. I think it's his first fight or maybe his first.
So he's going to come out like you.
Yeah, right.
Bitch, I've been here. Stop.
Yeah, dude, it is, and it's a fucking adrenaline game, and then it's a pace and cardio game because people are dangerous in that fucking window where they're scrambling and fucking shit's just flying everywhere, and you're fucking, you know what I mean? But usually people get tired out if you figure out a pace or get in a bad situation. I don't know.
With that, you bring up
their body on the mat, and you just hear them go. Gotcha, bitch.
You bring up a good point with that, like that time thing. Like time's always the independent variable out here. So like, if they come out swinging and stuff, are you thinking to use time to your advantage? Like, do you like, hey, I'm going to feel him out in round 1 and then I'll go to maybe round 2 and just see where he's huffing and puffing? Do you try to?
You'll try to gauge it. But it's hard because it's like when you get in there and someone kind of hits you a couple times, like, and you're in there to bang, like you're like, now we're gonna exchange, and so it's hard. But
everything goes out the window now. Like, all you know how to do is just kind of react and counter react.
Yeah. So if you're slugging it out good, but then it could get into like more of like a boxing match where you're trying to time and then you're kind of exchanging. But I mean, it could be fucking, like I said, usually when it's a first fight and it's a bigger crowd like this, it's usually going to be bang, 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 grapple, down to the ground. Like it just happens so fast.
Speaking of the crowd,
you look fucking excited. You're ready to roll. Kick his ass here in a little bit, warm up.
Does the crowd ever affect what you're doing mentally?
You kind of hear it. It does in the beginning, but then like you feel it and you like notice everything. Then right when you get in there and then it's like ready to go, all of a sudden it's like, for me, you just hear noise.
I mean, like when you tag him and he's stumbling and you hear the crowd go,
Oh yeah.
Are you like, oh, maybe he is out?
Get on
or
him.
is he setting you up?
Yeah,
or,
that's what I mean. It's hard not to react because if someone's like, oh, because then you're in that
excited
mode.
and like.
So when someone sees something, they're like, oh shit, they see a fake. Oh, maybe like, you know what I mean? It kind of puts you back down because you're so. I think until you get to a certain level, maybe you can like control that. But I think when you're fucking first in that adrenaline rush and just everything, it's like it's so high that you kind of like. Because everything goes out the fucking window. As I said, when I got on my like back, I'm like, oh, dude, I forgot fucking most of my jujitsu when I got on my back.
And that's what I was going to ask you is like, it also, you can contest this and you can too, like playing sports, like, you know, I think we kind of talked about this last time, like getting in the zone, getting that tunnel vision where it's like, and hike, you know, and run the ball and everything just goes like, not necessarily tunnel vision, but all the sounds just dissipate.
Yeah.
And you just kind of
focused on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're 100% you're concentrating, like this is what's going on.
Yeah.
I've never done that on a fighting level. It's because I never competed like mixed martial arts minus like Taekwondo.
You never were going to
but-
compete to get your ass knocked out.
Well, you know, I'm married now, so I get that all the time.
I get beat by.
Yeah, I got fucking welts on my back. But do you get that tunnel vision once like you hear like, let's get it on, you know, ding ding,
Yeah,
and then now it's just oof, and then the crowd just dissipates, and it's just all you're hearing is just.
It's weird. It's
You
just
know?
like kind of how it is. It's like it's like that in a way.
Super
It's
focused,
just, yeah, it's like you can't
hyper-focused, I guess.
hear like distinct noise. It's just kind of noise,
Right.
Like loud noise, and then it's just like fast thuds, and then it's just like either mix, and it's just like a rush of information that you've been trying to learn, and you're trying to put it on someone that's doing the same thing to you. So you're trying.
You know, I feel like if we bought the new the UFC fights that are coming out right now, you'd be out here with a fucking notebook taking notes and shit, and we'd be out here just be like, yeah, I would have done the same fucking thing. Yeah, I would have dropped the fucking elbow.
No, dude, it's crazy that. That's
Do you watch UFC fights?
Oh, yeah.
With other people, or like?
Yeah, we definitely watch.
Are you humble about it, like kind of
Oh,
thing?
dude, it's-
where other people like me, I'm like, can we get more boxing? Like being an asshole out
Oh
here.
no, dude, it's awesome, but there's so
That
much
is you.
fucking levels to that game, dude. Like people in the UFC at that level,
Right.
it's just a different world. You know what I mean? It's just levels to this fight game shit, and it's just like I don't like, you know what I mean? Like where I'm
What's
at,
it-
I feel like is at the
What's it
lower
like?
level,
Like
obviously.
with that level, I know like. Well, you know, like when I'll give an example of like if I play basketball, like I know someone's at a different level, like professionally. Do you prefer to train with people that are at that level, or can you pick up on like how the fuck did you get into this fucking armbar so quick? Like what makes you so like I'm doing the same shit you're doing, right?
Yeah.
I'm out here shooting the jump shot same way you're shooting it. Somehow yours is going in.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with
Brick
fighting. Like,
McGee's out here.
is fighting like you have to be genetically better than everybody or conditioned from a certain age better
I
than
think
everybody?
what's fighting is the greatness of being well
Flexible?
rounded everywhere. You know what I mean? Like if you're well rounded everywhere, like I said, flexibility, strength, you know, you have good cardio at least. You know what I mean? And you're technical. You have jujitsu, wrestling, and boxing, kickboxing.
Right.
If you're well rounded and all that shit, that's what makes you dangerous.
Joe's Pilates and yoga.
See, that's
would be
the
kicking in.
thing.
Like, I don't remember this move from Pilates.
That's the thing with UFC that makes it hard for me because like I'm fine learning one trade. Like if it's boxing, you know, like okay, I'll learn that, but now I got to learn like okay, you're flying knees.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the ground all of a sudden and shit like that. Like so, your brain has to go from the stand up position to on the ground position. Like
and here's what's
How do you-
crazy. Here's what's
like, that's
crazy.
fucking crazy.
Going with like higher belt, like brown belts and black belts in jiu-jitsu is just like their world and it's crazy. They can do and manipulate and do what they want
Right.
basically. And then it's cool to fight people that are like, oh, this guy's a boxer. And then this guy is actually kickboxers. Like each of those sports are their own individual fucking things. Like there's people that are like, oh, like, you know, you're just throwing hands and you're adding feet, but it's like, it's the way you hold your hands and your elbows. In boxing, it's how you move and how you
Right.
do defense. So everything is like its own beast in itself. So it's like,
I like how
Plus, if you're a
when you
better-
said boxing, you went to that Philly shell. Like,
Yeah, dude,
who's
yeah,
throwing fucking
you
hands?
know what I mean?
I'm gonna roll the shoulder, which is crazy to think about. You can roll punches and shit.
And then like you do that shit in fucking Muay Thai or some shit like that, you're gonna get fucking kicked in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better stand open.
Yeah,
buddy,
so it's
because
like-
it's coming quick.
Yeah.
It's totally different.
But that's
Yeah.
cool though, because like if you go against like say another practitioner in a different art, now you get to hone in what you're doing. So say you've been doing jiu-jitsu for a year and like,
Yeah.
all right, well, let's work with some strikers now. And
Yeah.
so now you're learning, but now you're getting to see what's actually going to work. Like, oh, okay, what they showed me for this fucking armbar or this fucking trip, works if I'm standing with somebody who actually does jujitsu.
Yeah.
But now someone that's
Trying to
Muay
punch
Thai.
in the
Yeah,
head.
it's like that's not gonna fucking work. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go in for that. Like fuck you.
There's a video of a guy that just like went kind of violent. I don't know their fucking names. I was watching, but he was trying to heel hook the guy from the bottom, and he was just ripping, just smacking him in the face, and all of a sudden after like the third hit, and just knocked the dude out. And it's like, trying to heel hook somebody.
Let it go, try something else.
Punch in the face, like, dude.
Right.
In jiu-jitsu, it sucks because you're fighting off. You can't really. You got to keep spinning, or they'll just keep hooking it, and they can keep fighting it. But when you got fucking fist
gotta
coming at
sink
your
it, hit
face,
it. Yeah.
now you're going to sleep.
I've always watched I've seen some video on some jujitsu and jujitsu versus jujitsu. I have a question though. Do you prefer to train with a jujitsu person with jujitsu, or do you prefer to train with someone that's going to try to punch you in the head as you're trying to get the lock in? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, we do that right now because like when we do we go to class, we jiu-jitsu class, everything else, we usually wear our gis and everything. We do the whole nine. But since a few of us has fights coming up, so we do no gi, and then we all kind of roll within those people. We ask people to kind of go in their no gi stuff so we can
get some practice and some reps.
Yeah, so that way because like we're not gonna have clothes to grab onto when we're in there.
True.
So it's like when it comes up to it, but until then, but if we're just doing just the class and we're like, okay, the fights are over, we're just doing that. Now we're doing only, you know what I mean? Mostly jujitsu guys. Everybody that fights does jujitsu.
Is it true though that if you're trying to like make your main skill jujitsu to bring him down, that you have to prepare yourself to take some hits to the head? Like people like if you were to try to get me in an arm bar, wouldn't it's naturally me try to swing at you to try to get you out of that?
I think you're looking at it as in like
a street fight,
like a standing armbar. Like, hey, come here, buddy, and then it's gonna be a fight regardless. And
I wouldn't say necessarily
most fights
that.
go to the ground.
I've just seen like watching UFC, like the guys that try to get them in the grapple, they're always like taking an elbow and then they finally catch that elbow.
Well, yeah, because you got to engage. So you got to, if you're going in, like you're entering that fucking strike zone where the people are going to be throwing elbows or throwing their fucking hands. You know what I mean? So it's like if you're going to engage on a shot and try to take them down, or you're coming in, you might catch one.
And that's what comes to the fighter too. Like if they go, I'm a fucking second degree black belt in jiu-jitsu and I'm going against a striker, like I'm just gonna wait. If they have like no not fighting background, but say they don't have any striking background or very little, it's like, yeah, I know this guy's gonna beat the pulp out of me, so I have to go to what's natural, tie him up, get him in a compromised position, wrap him up, and tap his ass out.
What's a good
and so
example?
If they're waiting the whole time, it kind of, and you can test this, it benefits both ways in a sense, because if you know that you're gonna take your poise, you're gonna stand back,
Well,
and you're
that's
gonna strike from a
good
distance,
example is the old Hoist Gracie fights. As you watch him, he's
always getting
so
hit, though.
back then, but but he would set up a jab and engage, and then you're thinking high, and then he shoots low and goes in for something. But they'll start to elbow. But what happens? He always gets him to the ground.
It's because he had a
And then
master, and those fuckers are like,
You know
"Wait,
what I mean?
why are you on top of me right now?"
But he knew he was probably going to eat something, but he had a way to get into
Right.
his spot, and he ate a couple, but he would at least dragged out. But he would do that. He would set up a couple. then pop,
So
send
that's
a
kind of the
shot.
question. Like you realize when you go in for a shot like that, you might have to take a few hits.
Oh, yeah.
Like you train for that.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of thing. How do you train for that? Like
Get hit in the face.
You just have someone with a pad just slapping you.
No, that's what we go live with. We do our class for an hour, and then we go live rounds. We do 5-minute rounds, and we just kickbox.
I know I was saying slapping in the face. I wasn't talking about your dild out here hitting you in the face.
It's big, bro. Big. Do you have any, before we start going hard, shout outs for people that are now sponsoring you? Might as well give them a fucking go. Oh, look at this. He's got a list.
I do.
Most people just know him.
Give
But,
me a sec,
Travis is
Yogi.
like, hold on. Let me pull out my fucking list.
We gotta
Felton Pen, good sir.
AKA, and then we have a Speakeasy Tattoo, Auction Depot. We have the Northwest Realty Group. We have Bare Necessities Coffee.
Bare Necessities.
Yeah, it's a coffee shop. Steel Body Apparel,
me,
and
son.
Dave Smith, and Patriot Supplements.
Look at that. Shout out to you guys for sponsoring
damn.
the boy out
Yeah,
here.
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can add 3 Shots Podcast.
3 Shots Podcast.
I don't know what we're going to sponsor yet, but we'll help you out any way you
Speaking
need.
of that, I was going to bring that up. But when you won your last fight and you had the photos up of like you and your dad and you and your your parents
Thanks
and stuff.
Yeah.
So I look,
Even though your dad probably was like, I don't know.
yeah, we look over and I'm like, yeah, he's wearing one of our hats. I was like, dude, free sponsorship right there. I'm like, he probably doesn't even know he has a 3 Shots podcast hat on. Dude, we were fucking all thrown up. Like, yeah, this is badass.
So my thought for your fight is we'll show up, we'll drape this in your corner. I saw it in a movie, and we'll just put all those other sponsors.
He wears like a flag coming out.
Yeah. we'll put all the other sponsors in the corner or whatever and whatnot. Like, yeah, hey. No, man. No, no, whatever you need, just let us know. We'll try to help out as much as we can.
It's crazy. It's because it's like, oh, it's cool to get mine, but it's like right now, it's like I've been it's helped pay for like chiropractor, massage, fucking doing like ice baths and like saunas and shit like that, where it's like, dude, it's just like you're at a fight camp, you get fucking you're throwing balls to the walls, you're fucking going at it.
Well, and you're working a full-time job.
Yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
full-time labor.
I was
job.
gonna say, if you need gas, go fuck yourself. Bro.
Yeah.
I ain't sponsoring that shit. Fuck you.
You get those
Fuck you and your gas. You
tanks.
can run to the casino. It ain't that fucking far. Okay.
Tell you what,
All
when you
right?
leave,
They have a shuttle that
you can
goes there, bro.
siphon
There is a
the
shuttle.
gas out of here that you want.
Get your ass on the
Don't pick the
shuttle.
black
Okay.
truck.
Yeah, don't
Right.
take the back. My truck close enough
We'll be
to-
driving by in the 3 Shots mobile and be like, "Hey, you gonna make it? Get on the shuttle. Let's go."
I missed that.
Buy a
That
skateboard.
Trump 189 diesel gas.
Oh fuck!
Dude,
I got it stockpiled somewhere around here. I don't.
Dude, if we were thinking
I don't even own a diesel.
Oh, no. God, there was thinking
cans
straight.
of gas buried in your backyard.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
so
barrels.
bad.
Do you think so say this fight goes the way it should and you come out victorious, you keep grinding down this road, I mean, I know you're a spring chicken, but you ain't no spring chicken kind of a deal. Do you think it would be something that you if given the opportunity, you'd want to go full balls to the wall 100% and see what can happen? Or is this just kind of like you enjoy it so much, you want to be a part of it, you want to do it, but there's no real end game of trying to be like, I want to see if I can be top echelon?
Do you want the
truth,
the
bitch.
story and the truth?
Yeah.
The story of the truth is, here's a long story. As I got into fighting.
Okay, anyways, so what we're talking about.
Anyways,
No.
out of time. No.
No, seriously, go ahead.
Why I got into fighting was, after I lost my daughter's mom, I kind of needed, after going to the gym and all that shit, it was just like
Not enough.
bodybuilding was like, it was a nice outlet, but after a while I was just kind of building ego and it wasn't doing it for me anymore. You know what I mean? I was like,
Right.
I want to challenge myself. I used to fight. I was like, I want to get back, now's the time. Let's get back into fighting. You know what I mean? So I went and it's like, I'm gonna do at least 6 months and I'm gonna just start out and I want to stick through the 6 months because I always did it only for a few months or half-assed and I always never did it. So I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do it at least 6 months and I'm gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. And it just kind of like, it was good. It was therapeutic. It was great. And I was progressing and I was getting good at it. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so this is fun. And then I said when I first went in there, I was like, I want an amateur belt and I want to fight in King of the Cage and I want my blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And in that, I fucking won, a tournament. I'm about to get my blue belt. You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
I won that title, amateur fight. So I got the belt. And now I'm going to be in King of the Cage of the bonus part of that on even is I made the fight card. And I made the commercials on the radio.
We actually heard you today. I was like, that's my boy.
Yeah. So
I was
it's
like,
like,
that's
I heard you on Monday.
yeah. So it's like, that was
By the way, I got brown belt, JC Penny. I'll go get you blue. You need blue?
You need blue,
What
right?
blue? What belt you need? What do you
What are we doing here?
What do you want out here? I'll get you any belt you want.
Yeah. But no, it's like, but with all that being said, it's like, I spend a lot of time, it's like 4 or 5 days a week and I go right from, like I said, I work a full-time labor job. So I go from Northside Spokane, I got to get to Hayden, which is quite, a commute. So I don't have much time in between from work, getting my shit, maybe grabbing something to eat, maybe, and then going right to class and then training and then getting home at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And so it's like,
Shower, family time, possibly, because I mean,
and it's not
you're a
even
small
there.
child.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and it's not there. So what happened is I'm hitting all my goals and I hit them all under like 2 years. You know what I mean? So, and like, like you said, I'm going to be 34 years old in April and my body fucking hurts more.
old
I know,
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it hurts.
Dude.
if you break your ankle, buddy, I'm gonna put a bullet in your head and put you in the
Yeah,
backyard.
yeah,
Like, I'm
so
sorry, we can't.
I got some buried goats out there. We'll put you out
So
there.
I think, taking more time, but my daughter's going to be 7 and I want to get off work and go do shit and have fun. So it's not that I'm going to be done. And it maybe if the opportunity arose, but I hit my
It'd
shit.
have to be like perfectly aligned down
and
it. Like,
yeah, and I'm just kind of pumping my brakes and have enjoy the summer and then just do jiu-jitsu for a couple days a week, and then still be infighting. And then like I was talking with a few of my guys, it's like you'll probably get the urge again to be like, oh, hey, this is coming up. Do you want to, then I'll go hard for 3 months and train hard because it won't be so new.
You
It's
could
just jumping right.
You
back
could also
into it.
jump into like coaching though, right? Like
Yeah,
you could work there at, AKA if that, or even open up your own shit.
Oh no, I probably won't do that. It's I don't know. Working with those guys, I'm still so new. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It takes levels to get to certain points of fighting, and you have to grind. It's a fucking grind. So people like saying, like for those guys that are moving up from around here, sort of they're moving up to LFA and they're getting the PFL and they're getting to the UFC and they're doing all that shit. Like those guys are fucking grinding, man. Those guys that have their diets, they're fighting with injuries, they're in their gym fucking shitload. They're trying to find money wherever they can get it, or they're working a full-time job too. So it's like the grind is so like from my end, it's like I respect those dudes because it's hard to do. And after a while, it's like maybe if I wanted to get my goals met. It was never like a goal of mine to be like, oh, I want to see how fucking far I can go. I wonder if I could be a professional. Like those were never on my shit. This was just kind of
you just had shelves you wanted to hit.
and I wanted them when I was younger, and I never fucking did them. And I fucked off on drugs, and then I got whatever. You know what I mean? So I never got to hit them, and I want to look back when I'm 50 years.
Like, God damn it! I wish I would have fucking did that.
I used to. I should have done more, and I would have blah 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 blah. So the fact that I actually went back there and did it and hit off those lists that I wanted to hit. Anything after that now is just a bonus.
Well, shit, dude, that's fucking inspirational to anybody that's listening. You know what I mean? From not to go into all the backstory, but like from what you were talking about, with like drugs and stuff and then getting your shit together and then now working full time and doing and setting these goals for yourself and actually obtaining them.
Yeah.
Like that's a fucking hats off right there.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm proud to fucking know you.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, Travis, like he's out there fucking doing. Like, what are you doing? Like nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's
Like
cool, and I've been getting
podcasting, bitch. Like
it's cool, but getting like a lot of like people that obviously know me and that have grew up with me or like whatever. So it's like people like, oh, dude, I saw you on the TV. I heard your name on the radio, bro. Like it's your inspiration because knowing like. You're fucking 10 years.
No, yeah, we don't. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Though,
but it's like I don't like the gigs, but it's like it's also nice to let people know that it's like there's
a path out there.
Yeah, you can get out. It's not complete. You know what I mean? It sucks, but there's a way out. And it's just like a thing. It's like I hit it, I went through it, moved on, and got more shit happens in everybody's life, and it's just kind of how you deal with it.
It's humbling of your soul too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not only like. Could we not be like more proud of like what you're doing and what you're accomplishing? It's like even for yourself, like, the self-confidence knowing like you've dragged yourself out of this shit and now you're like, as again, I said, like obtaining those goals, like that's fucking badass, So with like, so you go into this fight and say, you win and you have the amateur belt, like, is it up for contempt on this one, or is this a whole different kind of thing?
It's a whole different organization. They have so many. That's what's like with amateurs. Like there's a couple
A to Z of different companies.
Yeah, that try to put on fights for local fighters and stuff like that. So there's a couple of locals and King of the Cage comes around a couple times because they do their own thing where they have certain because they do like certain
regions.
Yeah. Yep. So it's like if they were to do a belt for that, they take like all the best fighters from each region and then they take and go to like Vegas or something like that and they'll do a fight for the main thing or whatever like that. But you can still win a belt with like winning a belt.
So if you got that belt from this place and they go, hey, bitch, in 6 months, you're up.
Yeah.
You're up for, your region since you won it.
It'd be weird. Or
you're going to be like, nah.
No, I would definitely. But it'd be weird too because there's people, there's levels. There's people ahead of me that have gotten, that are 4 or 5 deep, like 4-0, 5-0 right now that are, ahead of me. So but if they were
honest, let's be honest here. Okay. Sometimes that matters and sometimes it doesn't.
Yes. And that's what I mean.
And not to be rude or anything, but sometimes it depends. Yeah. Like these guys could be 4-0 and you can come in and be 2-0 and somehow light something up where someone goes, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Right there. That's it. Yeah. I don't care if that guy's 4-0. Like, I don't want to watch him roll around and try to get a fucking hook in.
Yeah.
This is the dude I want. Give me the leopard print short guy.
Yeah.
I want him.
Yeah. No,
we're going to take him to Vegas. We're going to get him better leopard print, i.e. We'll get him a real leopard.
Yeah. He's going to wear a fucking leopard.
I want a real leopard around his area.
Come in with
now
holding them. Mike
Tyson fucking Tyson, exactly.
You're just walking out with leopards. I wouldn't fight you. Just walking out with
like. By the way, if you lose,
about a mind fuck.
He's gonna sit those fucking leopards on.
You're just riding a tiger as you come out. Like, what the fuck, you motherfuckers? Awesome. There's no song. He's just riding a tiger.
Just quiet.
Oh, by the way, is there songs? Do you get to play a song?
Not at King of the Cage. They play just
Whatever they want?
Yeah, like just.
So
We
you
should
have
make
to-
a chant and then just
You have
start
to come
fucking.
in with your headphones on, like, what the
dude,
fuck? are
all
they
I
playing?
all I hear from them is just like
They're playing some Billy.
heavy drums and just guitars. Like it's just
You are native
Mad
country.
Max. Just it's just like
Oh, it sounds like the slot machines I just lost you. Like, oh, I should go back to that right now.
it's crazy.
If you want a sip of some sips, there's little whiskeys in there.
Oh, I already told them because I'm the gracious host I am.
Oh, okay. If not, we got water.
You know, why don't you go fuck yourself right now?
No, I'm there.
Water?
He's training for a fucking fight, Joe.
edibles and water.
All right. Well, did you pop one already?
Oh, I popped like 4 before.
Perfect.
Like
Waters.
3:45. So I'm
Talking
like,
waters.
Good.
I want to be spaced, right?
Right, when it
Do
needs to
you
kick
do you microdose
Mushrooms or anything?
Like, what are we
mushrooms
We're talking
or
about
and/or
food?
weed when you're training? I mean, I know jiu-jitsu has its formalities with the marijuanas.
Yeah.
But like say like even going into the fight, like would that be something you would go in stone sober with? Like
I
Wink.
Yeah. Yeah, I would because I would I do it all the way up. Like I try not to smoke as much because smoke's fucking whatever. So I start going obviously more to edibles just to get the effects without fucking killing my lungs. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Which edibles is like fucking more exponentially because your liver processes it twice. What I heard.
5 times.
Yeah, your liver does something to edibles that
Yeah.
smoke can't do.
5-hydroxymetabolite.
Yeah.
give it JR.
I learned it from the Godfather himself, Brogan.
Yeah,
about
there you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
so-
on edibles. I haven't had an edible yet, but I feel like
Never?
if I had an edible, I might be able to
Dude, some people are so sensitive to them. Like there's like me. I can
I'd
eat
be
like
sensitive.
I can eat like 100
My-
milligrams and be fine. Like I ate like 4. I had like 2 this morning. So
Yeah, but
like
your
6.
tolerance right
But
now.
yeah,
is
that's what
very
I mean.
high.
So yeah, so it's
if
easy. But
Joe
there's
dropped
some
400
people-
milligrams right now. He
Not
just
that- if he dropped
dissipated in the
if he
air.
dropped
Yeah.
10
Done.
milligrams,
However,
probably.
my liver would be like, "This ain't no fucking whiskey.
We
Who
had
the fuck are you?"
we had
They'd
on
be
my off
fighting
season
right now.
I
It'd
had
be
20. Not this off season, but the season before. Because I was like, let's try some edibles, and so I popped them and nothing. Did I'm
yeah.
like waiting an hour. I'm like,
Yeah, they saw you coming a mile away.
they probably did.
Give him the fucking leftover.
Let me see your
crumbs.
plates. Oh, what is that? What state is that?
Little
Yeah,
bitch
give him the
boy.
fake shit.
You look like a cop. That's why.
Get the top.
Yeah, I'm sure he looked like a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bald head, earrings,
head.
tattoos. Yeah. What
White.
cop is this guy?
You look like a cop.
I look like a cop for Roseanne Barr. Secret Service, bitch.
More like Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, I know
Aye.
shit.
Protecting that snatch. Who wants to scissor this? You ain't scissor.
Dude, that'd be some hot stuff.
You would scissor?
Yeah, so
Sissy Rosie O'Donnell.
You would scissor her, wouldn't you?
yeah, I would. I mean, how can you not? It's
yeah,
fucking
at that
Rosie.
point, it's just a brag.
Was she in a Nickelodeon show? Like, why was she famous? I forgot how.
She's
Rosie-
a comedian, and then
And-
she did the Rosie O'Donnell show.
So, yeah,
Rose-
which is like-
Connors. The Connors.
Connor.
What's it? The Connors?
No, that's Roseanne
Rosie-
Barb. You dumb fuck.
Oh, who did I say? Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie
Rosie
O'Donnell's
O'Donnell's
on
a
the-
talk show host.
Oh,
on the
she-
View, but how did she get famous?
She's an
Tom
actress.
Selleck?
No, she was really big with like talk shows, like a Jerry Springer.
I thought we liked her as kids,
Was she?
though.
I think
I don't
so.
fucking know.
No, I don't know why we don't. Is this like a what do they call that fucking shit? Mandela effect right now? Like how is Rosie O'Donnell?
That road
famous?
is fucking stupid.
Like we're sitting here right now. Like, is this a real person? I can't remember. I thought she was like on like what was
There's
it?
Roseanne. That
Yeah.
was on Roseanne. Her name,
Right,
O'Connor,
yeah,
with-
Roseanne.
Barr,
with
who I was
fucking-
thinking about, even though
Rosie O'Donnell was on the View and got kicked off because she's being Rosie O'Donnell
Yeah,
and she
dude.
hates
I
Trump
couldn't
and Trump
tell you.
hates her.
Yeah,
But I thought we
some
liked
of
her
these
as
bitches
kids.
just
I
have
don't
a
remember
mouthpiece,
why.
and I don't understand why.
We liked her as kids. I thought
View.
she was on like All That or something. Remember that shit as
All
a
That,
kid? All
maybe.
That.
fucking
Fucking Nickelodeon used to be cool. I don't know what's on there now.
the good old days, man.
Watching After the Dark and shit, and Fridays, getting your buddies to come over.
Dude, I used to have to turn that shit off. The fucking intro to After Dark scared the shit out of me as a kid.
That makes sense. What do you? Anything would scare you.
I know I'm white. I turn the lights off. I still shine out. The ghosts would still find me. Fuck.
There he is. Put his tooth in. Yeah.
Fucking Rosie O'Donnell.
Well, yeah, it would be interesting though, since we're still on the fighting thing, and Rosie. I mean, you fight Rosie Snatch if you want. You probably lose. I mean, it's a hot mess in there.
I wouldn't
So
blame
I've
you if you
heard.
just tapped out. Like, fuck, I don't want her
Watching
sitting on me.
comments on this, like
Give her the upper cunt. The upper cunt.
sit down.
We'll at Rosie on Instagram. Can you beat him?
Dress up like a ham sandwich, I could. So, all right. Just because
Back to a serious note right now.
I want to forget. So after this, then it's just pretty much if the belt's there and say you win the belt for this organization, right? For King of the Cage.
Yeah. It'd have to be.
Do you have to give that up if that comes back through, or are you required to do one more fight for them in a sense because you won that weight class in this region? You know what I mean? Or is it just like, hey, like they give it to you and then after you shake hands, you take photos and they go, okay, give me that fucking belt back and I'll maybe
you
see
get
it in
to
a couple
keep
years.
the belt, but they think if you win go to like the beat the like go to like you get the belt here and then you beat everybody and go to like the region.
Are you required to do that though, or can you just walk away at that point?
You can just walk away because they give you like a fight deal, like a fight deal or whatever.
If you win?
Yeah, I think if you win, which is pretty good, like pay or whatever. So they give you like an offer, but I think with that, I don't think.
So you'd probably turn it down?
I wouldn't turn it down, but it's not like
lucrative.
Yes, yeah, it's just not gonna like there's people that like above me. Like maybe if I done like won this one and won like 2 more after this, and they were just fucking explosive, then it put me like it would jump me up a few spots. But
that's all right.
Well, that's what I mean.
We'll melt the belt down. I don't know what the fuck happened to it.
Fucking plastic.
It's gone.
That's what I mean.
I thought it had gold in it. No,
if you win, and I mean. It's not like you just kind of scratch like, okay, hey, have fun.
No, stop getting in his head, Aaron. Goddamn.
I have to. I got to break him down before we can build him up.
No, but because they only do like 2 a year around here, I think, at King of the Cage.
Yeah, when was the last King of the Cage?
Yeah, so it's like...
you would have to travel to the next spot to do it.
Or like, when it comes around again, if I'm like feeling eager, like, hey, it's whatever a year later.
It's been 3 years,
or 6 months later or whatever it is. And they're like, hey, we got another... It's coming back at, December. Do you want to fight it? And it's like, okay, yeah, let's, fuck yeah, let's do another one. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Then we could get back into it, but it's I don't know. Yeah, it's
one of those things.
It's
you don't even give a fuck right now.
Well, no, it's just there's just people that are ahead that are like still winning and doing explosive. They're just being active. I think it's just being active fighter. If you're doing more fights and being active and get your name out there, the more you're gonna get.
Is there multiple fights at your weight class coming up? Or is it just like one fight per weight class?
No, there's a couple.
What are you, like 120?
Oh, there is a couple.
120. 110?
I'm like 180 right now. I'm fighting 170.
Damn.
I can probably get
you
to
gotta cut 10?
155.
But you get to cut down, then you can...
Okay, there, Connor.
You can eat some sandwiches and bulk back up.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. So, but my last time cutting to 170 for the last King of the Cage didn't happen for me. It was fucking hard to get to 170. Like I was fucking...
Dude, you have like 15 days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it's easy now. I can cut the 10 pounds fucking easy. I've been eating I haven't been going crazy on my diet. So I've been able to eat.
Jesus.
Someone help, like whatever. My body's crazy. My body's gone from, it fluctuates, like not obviously fluctuates, but it'll get around like 190.
Yeah. I saw the Adobe shot photos of you when you made yourself look big.
Yeah. And then you just the body's only 230.
230 down to 170. Your body's
fucking crazy.
Your body's like fucking like, what the fuck?
But it was never like
what are we doing,
230
bro?
fat though.
But also too, it's like we understand like with this weight, like it's eating. I love food. I love just like fucking going out and fucking eating.
Why can't you
all
just,
the pastas?
Why
and
can't you just be
chicken
the
and
fat
sauce
dude that
and
just fights?
Give us
all hope.
Butterbean out here.
Hit a couple sodas and just all the sugar, but it's like so much like carbs and water that you're trying to grow muscle that you need the extra carbs.
But what does muscle do for you? Muscle don't float. Come on.
No, that's why I've gone fucking down from 230 when I first started at AKA till now fighting at 170. It's a fucking...
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's a big
fucking
drop.
crazy.
And it's not fat. It's not fat by any means. It's fucking...
See, I have the opposite.
It's still like 12% body fat at 230.
I can't put weight on. Like, I don't... Like, obviously weight... It's easier to lose weight, but putting weight on, like... So you're going to lose down to 170, and then you're going to be like, I'm going to fucking mash some shit and get back up to like 185.
Then I'll be like, yeah, I'll fight like 180, and then, yeah.
We've joked around. My buddy Adam, you remember Adam? He was like,
you remember him, right?
Well, he does. Walsh, it doesn't really matter, but he was like, if you we were talking one day, he's like, say you got serious and like you were training, this was many years ago. He's like, and you wanted to fight. He's like, where would you fight at? I was like, well, that's a hard thing. I was like, because I walk around usually like if I'm in shape at 190. I was like, I'm like 200 right now, so I'm fat as fuck. But like, if I was going to compete, like in say a fighting realm, like I'd have to get down to like 135, 140.
Yeah,
I was like
145 or 135.
like, not because I would want to, just because of the height.
Not me.
I mean, mainly that's it. Like,
Not me. I
couldn't fight 170 when I got fuck guys are 6'2".
I'd be fighting. I'd be fighting at 125, but I'm gonna tell him like I ain't losing weight because I don't want to get knocked the fuck out. So I want him to fight me at 170. You know, I weigh 170. Kind of. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the diet. I'm Italian. I like pasta and bread and shit. Like,
dude, and that's
you put that shit in front of me. I'm like,
trying to get my fucking like.
I'm like the Cookie Monster.
Thing, but when you're one thing, you're stressed, then you're working all the time, and you can't put in much calories anyway. And then you're almost at a calorie deficit because you're working all day, and then you're going into training on top of it.
Well, like, and that's got to be worse too, since you're working a full time job. It's like eating throughout your work days. You know, it's like, oh God, like you need to eat. Yeah. But it's like, I don't need to eat when I'm training. Like I can make my body suffer through that. But when you're working, it's like, motherfucker, like I need to eat. Yeah, like, you know, I can't be passing out in the corner and trying to lay tile and
mostly
shit, you know? It's like,
and it's not so bad because we're working close to
fucking food
Noodle Express. So I just fucking go get chicken and rice.
Right.
Obviously the sodium's probably high as fuck, but I don't need to worry about like water and sodium just yet. And when I do, it's a water load. I'm gonna do a water cut anyway, so the sodium's not gonna make too much of a difference right now. Yeah, because I'm 181 pounds walking around right now, so 11-pound cut at this right now is like fucking perfect. So I could do a 10-pound water cut right now. So.
Right. That's what we're saying. Microdosing. Have you ever microdosed shrooms or anything like that?
Yeah, I have before.
Well, because I forgot about it. Shut up.
I've done a little bit, and I did it like around, when Delilah's mom passed, I fucking started doing like a little bit just to get the fucking good fucking serotonin or you know what I mean, like something like
so this is
some
thing.
sort of you can take, and it's not even like it's like a tiny.
It's not like you're tripping balls out there.
It's just enough to get you feel the air. You know what I mean? That like you feel lighter, you feel the air, you know what I mean? Like you can feel like
centered.
You start feeling a little lighter. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you start feeling like a little good. But it's like I've done it a little bit. You feel
like Neo and you're gonna stop some bullets?
Yeah.
There was a punch? No.
I had to wrestle a calf and brand it too. That fucking thing. First time doing that. But hey, at least I can say I've wrestled a calf down and branded it.
How'd that work out?
Did you get kicked in the face? I mean, your face looks okay.
Yeah, no, I fucking just
he's over there getting a fucking leg lock.
I grabbed underneath its head and it was like its arm.
Farmer's like, don't break his fucking leg.
Dude, you gotta get a rope and they pull like,
No, we had to wrestle him, dude. I have a picture of me just fucking full.
When was this?
Fucking mud, fucking, it was last year.
It's on the Instagrams?
My fucking beard is fucking down to like my belly button.
Oh.
It was a sad day when you told me you shaved it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there goes the fucking guy. I don't know him anymore. He's like, I had to cut weight, dude. I cut 10 pounds off my fucking beard. I was pussy juice coming out of it.
Could you imagine wrestling with your beard though? Like you'd have to like pin that shit back like that and make two little eye sockets.
That would just be miserable.
You can't grab my hair. You yell at the ref. He's grabbing my hair.
Know when your like facial gets long and like if you push it up against your chin, just kind of rub it. Like
well, you'd have to braid it though, right? Like I've never seen a UFC fighter with a beard though.
There's been a couple, maybe not nearly as long as fucking Travis's.
I'm just all cow shit. It looks like mud, but it's just cow shit.
Probably because everything's grabbable.
Leopard print.
Grab your fucking beard
on, bro.
Dude, I feel like you're leading a fucking
throw it on the camera.
A biker club right now. I don't know if they're gonna be able to see it. Can they see it?
Or
that one.
We'll go that one.
There's one right there. Which one is it?
A little bit. A little hard to see.
Yeah, you can't. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well.
That beard's fucking
ZZ Top.
We'll get it.
ZZ Top beard.
Yeah. If you put all the body masses of everybody in ZZ Top, yeah, maybe. And they'd have to be on steroids, fucking
be beefed up,
keto, everything. Ain't no way.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, but with weed, man, weed's been my lifesaver since I got. It could be fucking debated about who's not clean, whatever. But dude, marijuana has been the savior of being centered, calm, help with hunger, appetite, sleep, stress, fucking you name it, dude. It fucking helps me.
Well, it checks ego too.
Yeah,
sounds
I mean,
right.
Put it this way: no one's going and like, come on, hey man, like, what do you want to do? Smoke a joint, watch a movie. Yeah. Okay, you're not getting in a fight. Like, that's what I want to do right now.
It sounds like
fuck somebody up.
You don't get the weed courage.
It sounds like something that
he's 3 joints deep, man. He wants to fight.
It sounds like something that nice and government would be like, you know what? You
the
can't
Diaz
have this.
brothers probably.
Yeah, well,
you can't fucking have this.
Those people, I believe, like, fuck.
Well, Nate Diaz went vegan against Connor the first round. right?
Yes.
First round. He
fight.
changed it up the second round. I'm like, I'm gonna eat
well-
meat now.
Because he beat no,
jerky
'cause,
and water.
no.
Give me that
Like
jerk. I need a kick.
when
it's
Nate,
doing
when
the
Nate
fight-
Diaz
fight.
came out,
Dina
and,
sausages? What the fuck?
when Nate came out and fought Connor, he was on a Nate Diaz is a vegan,
Yeah.
so he totally was on a vegetable
I wonder
diet.
if he eats pussy.
Beat
That's
as long as there's a lettuce
that's
in there.
pescatarian. That's
Yeah,
still
that's different.
I just put
I'm
some,
fish.
some
And you don't eat it.
cilantro on the top.
Eat
We're good.
Eat it's the wrong word. That's a harsh verb word. You tenderize it.
Oh, okay. You're eating what's coming out of it. That's for damn
So,
sure.
yeah, it won't spit that shit out. I don't know. You swallow. I don't know. I can't tell if it's my own saliva or.
You just save it up and spit the cum out. You're like, fuck this. That would be something you would do.
No, I just go up and snowball him. I kiss him right in the mouth. Like, here's your own shit. Bleh.
Oh boy.
What the fuck is that?
What?
These?
Sonic?
Hey, you want one? They're
No.
not good for you.
No.
You can try one.
But is
Not a
that- Is
sponsor,
that like Sonic? Is that like
I'm having real
down
shit.
the road Sonic?
I mean, I didn't buy
They
it from
started
them,
making
but I'm
beers.
pretty sure that's what it is.
Like
It's
their
a-
brand?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
That's
I haven't looked it
crazy.
up
That's
but it's exact same fucking brand. So yeah, it's 5%, 100
It
calories.
is Sonic. It's their shit.
One-
Not like the
1 gram.
Speedy
Isn't that
Blue
weird?
Double.
Isn't that weird? Like Wendy's, like Wendy's fucking seltzer. I don't know why I put a movie voice on that, but it was a weird restaurant.
You see the
thing.
red little girl's hair on there and shit.
His
Like
name
Wendy's
just fucking
I-
slammed.
My dad died so I can make fucking seltzers.
Fucking.
It's like, why is they getting there? Everyone's just cashing in on it.
That's if it's it. I don't know.
She's
it
wearing
looks like it.
she's wearing suspenders with no bra. You can just tell.
Perfect.
Like, fucking Wendy grew up. Fucking Wendy. You want some extra mayo? Yes, you
They
do.
rebrand it where it's just a fucking instead of a little kid with the pigtails, it's some old lady with cum on her face. Like Wendy's after hours.
After hours. What? You want something? Let me just wipe this shit off my face real quick.
After you go to Sonic for the drinks, come to Wendy's for the
It
sex.
drips right on your square ass having hamburger, which they said they don't cut corners. So hats off to them.
Who makes a square patty though? You know
They
what I'm saying?
do.
Yeah.
How do you do that though?
Oh, it's like a fucking cookie press. It has to be.
You don't
Yeah.
cookie press hamburgers, bro.
They do.
You just lay a whole sheet of meat out and they just bop, bop, bop. Probably more. They probably got like 16. They just
This
lay it
motherfucker
straight
worked
out.
at Wendy's apparently.
I will
We're
say-
still doing it hard. One stamping, one stamping.
That was probably the best thing about fast food is like being like in high school and younger, just being able to mac down as much as that garbage shit you wanted to. That I don't even eat that shit.
Which
I haven't
okay,
eat that shit in
so
years.
I know you guys.
can't.
You guys don't do fast food. Obviously, I don't really dabble in fast food, but I'll dabble. I'll dabble.
I get
in
my
some-
toes wet.
I'll dabble in some Taco Bell every now and then. However, if I were to tell
I
you,
will fuck up some Cinnabon.
if I could,
Delights.
if you were at a fair, like say you brought your kids down, your family, whatever, you at the Post Falls days,
Yep.
and I'm out there in a fucking truck selling you salad on a stick, would you
Yeah.
eat that shit?
No.
Dude, I got croutons. I got fucking fresh.
If you get a crouton on a stick, I'd like to see that.
I made a crouton. Actually, the stick.
You like your croutons wet?
okay,
If you
no.
get that crouton on that
I'll do
chopstick,
you.
bro, I'll buy it
I'll
from
do you one. I'll do you one better. The stick is the crouton, and I
Okay.
got fresh. I got fresh
Salad on
lettuce.
it?
I got fucking
Crouton stick.
I got
okay.
tomato on there. Everything you want, and I got
I'd fuck with it.
I got some balsamic and some mozzarella. If you
Bacon
want
bits?
crazy.
And you can just dip it.
This. Yeah, I know you guys are
You got
saying
to
like,
drizzle on top because
Okay,
it's on stick.
You're
right?
kind of
It'll all
onto
fall
something
off.
right now.
I'm not onto it. The reason I'm bringing this up is because me and a buddy of mine, Mike,
Oh, it's already been done.
it's already been done. This guy was trying to get out of Indiana. He was trying to sell his business. And we're like, all right. Me and my buddy Mike were like, all right, we'll buy your business for it. How much do you make a year? $2 million. $2 million fucking
But
dollars.
it's
for
also
salad
though.
on a
It's
steak.
also like a trend. Like you know what I mean. Like just like going to the gym. Like you post like a selfie. It's kind of like the same. Like it's like trendy. Like look how healthy I am.
yeah.
Like oh, we're gonna go out somewhere. Like I want to be. Let's get this. Like yeah.
But you guys-
But when they're by themselves, they're fucking just
Wendy's. Yeah.
However, not him, but you. If you were walking around the fair with my salad on a stick compared to his fat tits, motherfuckers be like, I want to eat what he's eating right now.
But it's like it's a thing though.
I don't
It's
know,
like,
man.
But I
I would look at him and be like, okay, he deserves a salad on a stick. Me? Give me that elephant ear, bitch.
Yeah, elephant
I'm
ear.
that guy that's like walk around though, fucking shirtless with elephant ears and fucking. That's what you go to the fair for.
Right.
is for
You don't go.
the-
I'd be yelling at your
Salad on a
ass.
stick.
You're training, bitch.
I forgot.
Salad on a stick.
I forgot
Drop
they
the
had
elephant
rides
ear.
there. I was like just walking through all the
Run up
the
and
fucking
slap it out of his
food.
hand.
I'd run up. I didn't mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Here's a salad.
Like, can you run, motherfucker?
I think what gets it with salad though is the dressing. Right? You got all these like having
Dude,
ass.
it's so crazy if you look at fucking shit on the back. If you just flip that fucking thing around and look at nutrition facts.
There's nothing on a salad.
But I know, but like just like sauces and shit like that, like ranch or just like.
Oh, yeah.
That's why cows are eating all day.
But like
No,
it's
they're
crazy.
fucking
Like
like that.
2 teaspoons is like 14 or 18 grams of fat for like 2 teaspoons or something like
Right.
that. Like it is.
Do you measure out your food?
When I start to, well, no, I'm more conscious of it. I've always like look at the back of shit. I'm always looking at the calories, fat, protein, carb
All right.
intake, and I've been doing that since fucking.
I have a
It's
diet.
just
I have a diet plan for you when you're done fighting. I don't want you to start now. You know, because
Oh, I eat like a fucking trash can.
I don't want you to cheat.
I
I don't want no
Gonna
cheaters
come
out.
in 6 months.
I don't want
later,
no
he's gonna be
cheaters out.
260 plus.
had to check my blood levels because I eat so much fucking cookies and pizza. I want to make sure my cholesterol, and my heart were okay. Dude, I'm not kidding, dude. I got blood work done. Dude, I like, dude, I
Pump
eat,
it harder.
I eat
Pump
so
it
much
harder.
shit, dude. It's people are like, how you not fucking 400
It's not
pounds?
shit. Hey, it's not shit. As long as you okay. So
It's because you don't drink.
So
Yeah, no,
That's what it is.
no. But I get stoned all the time, and I fuck up. Cookies, donuts,
go
pizzas,
get yourself.
ice cream.
Go get-
Usually, sometime all at the same
Go
time.
get yourself a bread maker. Like bread is actually good for you, but that fucking
That shit
that
outta
balloony ass having ass white bread is not good for you. Wonder bread. Like you need like if you made your own bread and tortillas and shit.
Tortillas.
I don't-
They're like bread can be fucking
But see, I'm not into that.
beneficial.
I'm not like even like. See, I'm not really like. If I'm eating bread, it's like on a sandwich over it, so it's fucking.
Dude, I'm
You're not making toast out here.
I'm Italian. We made God into bread. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man. We gotta have fucking bread. So like, I need bread. Like bread is like the best thing. Like if it's like the Red Lobster rolls, okay. You know,
Yeah, the Red Lobster or the Texas Roadhouse with the cinnamon butter.
Yeah.
I'll fuck those up all day long.
Yeah.
But it's like, that is again though goes back to like this like cinnamon.
I'm gonna
It's
make
like
an
it's a
American
treat,
Pie
you know what I mean?
video.
Elephant ears,
I mean,
Cinnabon delights. All that
Every
shit's
once in a
all
while, like a
cinnamon
fucking a good sandwich. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you fucking like 3 kinds of meats, some pickles, some tomatoes, you know, some
Well,
onions,
yeah.
and then you just like, yeah, okay, but it's like a one thing. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm not making just straight like some ham,
Yeah.
mustard, bread. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, no one
Yeah.
wants that
Yeah.
shit.
No, but the
You know?
thing is,
peanut butter
like,
jelly, get the
so-
fuck out of here.
Little Caesar makes these.
Unless
big,
you're stoned.
Little
Dumb
Caesars
peanut butter
makes
jellies,
these,
bring 'em.
These big cheese breadsticks. Oh my god! Back in the day when I was like 19, 18 in high school, and
You're 19 in high school? You held back, son?
Oh man,
We don't gotta talk about that.
I mean, I was still at the high school.
I'm
She
still
was
working-
12, okay? I loved her.
I'm still working on it. I would swing in.
Her parents were okay with it.
They signed a waiver.
I would swing into Little Caesars, not sponsored. Check the stall out though. There's a sticker up, maybe not. Anyway, I buy these big cheese breadsticks.
Great.
Oh my god, fucking breadsticks.
Dude,
I
what's
could do.
cheese though? That's melted cheese. That's a fucking.
Yeah, now they
That's
infuse
not
them with
bread by
jalapenos,
itself.
man. It's
No.
cheese
I used
jalapeno.
to come home from school and I would take the crust off of bread that my parents had and I would just roll it up into a ball and eat it.
Dude, you are fucked up.
The texture
I'm not
wise.
gonna lie. Like, we need to go get you checked.
No, like the fucking like I think
just take the crust off and roll it into little balls.
oh my
Eat
god.
the fucking end of the goddamn bread.
You
the
can't.
loaf.
Well, 'cause the thing is, though, is
Fucking
that
having ass heaving.
balls.
so yeah. There you
the
go.
balls, you got
Eat some
bread
big
balls.
balls.
There you go. There you go. If you can't, I tried it with the crust on. You can't roll up bread with the crust on. It just turns into fucking flaky ass
Wet it.
Play-Doh.
Put a drop of water on
Don't
that
you
bitch.
put fucking water on my bread, motherfucker out here.
Dip it in milk. Can you
Maybe-
do that? Are you
maybe-
soggy? Are you?
maybe.
Could you ever do that? Were you guys over like a PB&J dip it in milk kind of
Yeah,
person?
that's the only way. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna eat,
See,
a
some
good-
people like soggy bread can't do it.
it's
Can't
different
do
though,
it.
because the
I'll
peanut
tell
butter
you.
is so
I'll
thick.
give
Yeah.
you this.
If you
right?
make a good peanut butter and J sandwich, like that peanut butter has to be like a half-inch
good
thick
ratio.
and then
that.
a fucking
First of
half-inch
all,
of jelly on there with
jelly,
a fucking tall
no.
glass of milk.
No,
it's the
no,
only
no.
time I drink milk.
And it's
is
quick
with a
dunks
BB
too. I don't. It's gonna be a quick one.
I
don't-
like to
I don't-
actually choke myself out with a peanut butter and jelly.
see if you get
and
the
then
whole
I-
thing.
and then I fucking take a sip of milk.
I don't do jelly on
It
my.
brings me back to life.
So there's 2 things I don't do on my bread: jelly and syrup. I don't do pancakes with syrup. Fuck that. I don't like syrup.
God, yeah, you
You
do
are-
need to get checked, dude.
And
I told you.
And I do
Peanut
not
butter
like
and syrup on a fucking pancake.
And I do not
Get
like
out.
jelly or jam on my fucking peanut butter and non-having ass.
So you
jams.
have just a peanut butter sandwich.
Yes, because jam is gross. I don't like it.
Get the fuck outta
It fucks
here.
up my bread.
Yeah, because you can't roll into a ball.
Bread's-
My ball's sticky now.
So the best part about pizza,
Fucking guy.
the best part about pizza is the bread, right? Am I wrong?
no.
No.
It's the fucking cheeses
No.
and the meats.
Yeah.
And the
I'm not
fucking
taking it from
olives.
you potato
I will
ass,
say-
having ass,
I will
whatever.
say it's the
And your
second.
Viking ass, having ass, fish eating, doesn't know bread. I'm from the bread family, okay? If the pizza bread is bad, fuck your toppings. You could throw fucking...
You look at the food chart and just his face at the top being Italian. Eat the bread.
the bread, bro. Bread rolled up in a ball. Where's the best pizza in town? Go.
In town?
Yeah.
Capone's.
Caruso's. Go. What do you got?
No, I would say
Caruso's. Just say it, Caruso.
It's over.
Not a sponsor.
No, it's not. But it's over by Patriot. It's the Northwest Pizza Company or something
Fuck,
like
I haven't
that.
been there.
Yeah, it's
Good.
like fresher. Great. Oh, dude, it's a little more expensive, but it's fucking.
Okay, next time you're on, we're going to have a Caruso slice. We're going to have your Northwest having ass wherever Patriot slice.
Because
and we're going to have your
I get the
homemade fucking
pepperoni and like this Tuscan chicken, and then fucking. It's good.
slice.
So have you ever had the sweet and hot wings from
Or
Capone's?
can I? Oh, I'm out there. Hold on, I gotta retract that because I will say, yeah. Sorry about that. We're gonna take a
Fuck it out!
Nope. For the thin crust from Little Caesars.
Fuck your thing. I need
No.
bread.
Dude, tell me. I'm telling you right now. You're saying no.
yeah,
You're already bringing
Nope.
in Little
Yeah.
Caesars
You can't see. That's
pizza.
what I know. That's. I would say the same thing because you get their regular ones and you're like, oh, dude, it's cardboard.
It's all bread. There's like nothing on
That's
there.
why
It's
the
like,
thin crust is fucking. They have to make it fresh, and it's fucking. It is the ratio is
Okay.
on point. You
Okay,
got to try it.
I'll give you that.
Try
Because-
it.
We'll do a pizza
Try
test
it before you die.
because it's the bread.
Well, make sure it's the night before you
So
fight,
here's
too.
my example why it's the
Eat all
bread.
these carbs, bitch.
I could burn you a grilled cheese sandwich, and the cheese can be the best cheese in the world.
Hold on here.
You're not gonna eat
a
that
good
shit
grilled cheese
because
sandwich
the
is
bread-
slightly
the
burned.
bread.
So come on.
I'm burning this bread.
Like all the way through. Like, can I scrape off the
You can.
charcoal?
You can. You're going to though, right? Because
Yeah.
you want the bread to be the best.
He probably
So
eats his marshmallows that way. too.
if I
Burnt.
gave you a grilled cheese on 3 different breads, you're gonna pick one.
Oh yeah, because it's like, it has to be Asiago or French or like French bread or sourdough. Ooh, fuck me up sourdough.
You gotta put garlic salt on it.
I'll give you a hint when you're
Gotta have
when
garlic salt.
you're gonna cut down and
Salt?
bulk up right now. You're probably gonna make some pasta rice. You're gonna make some
pasta rice, right?
pasta rice. Okay.
pasta rice.
You okay?
Pasta's-
You're gonna take these
pasta's
away. You
not
just
good
start
for you,
taking these
bro.
away.
You make some pasta.
I don't know how.
I'm about ready to
Italians
throw
are-
down. No, I'm just kidding.
Italians are so healthy. They fucking pastas and breads, man. That's
Because
like
we eat the
worst.
right. We
Well,
eat the
the
right
difference
carbs.
is when they eat them, they're not fucking gluttons. Well,
they're-
most of them.
we got hammers in our. We got
have to
hammers in
mass-
our liver.
Yeah, we have to mass produce everything, so everything's probably
That's
freshly
okay.
made there.
So what
Well, it's
instead
because they had so many fucking
all
kids and they didn't have any goddamn
So
money.
what he
You had
was
to
just
fight for
what
it,
he was
and then
just saying.
the food was just
What he
gone.
was just saying
grew
is
up an
what he was saying
American.
about being a glutton, and I'll stop this if you can answer it correctly. Not as a test, but you
Sounds like it.
you have a
That's
you have you have a pasta probably utensil that like scoops out pasta. It has like the forks. It's shaped like a spoon,
like a dreidel, ladle,
and it has a hole in it, right?
Dreidel. Is that
No, dreidel's the fucking thing you spin.
Dreidel. We're not playing music, bro.
Not Hanukkah, okay?
We're not on Titanic spinning dreidels out here right now. But you have a pasta thing. It has teeth on the side and it has a hole in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
That hole in the center is a serving size. You put the pasta in that hole. Done. That's for you. That's all you eat. That's for you.
Oh, see,
That's
Yeah, but you can't do it when it's wet.
What? You put the pasta in when it's not
Okay,
wet. You put the
okay,
hole in
okay,
like
no,
that's a
this
serving.
is-
Have
no,
you
no,
ever
hold
have
on.
you ever had the problem like how much
Stop. Let me
spaghetti should
tell-
I serve? That's what that hole in the fucking that utensil's for.
Okay, let me explain this though to you. Do you make spaghetti for yourself when it's just you?
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I'm Italian.
You just go, you know what I want today for lunch? I'm gonna fucking give
Carbs.
myself
I
some
want fucking carbs
noodles
and
and
fish.
Have you ever done that?
no.
Okay, neither have I.
I
So
hate
he's
cooking.
fucking lying. Okay. Anytime you
He's
make
lying.
pasta, say, hey, what do you want for dinner? Okay, there's how many people here? 4, in your case 4, or my wife and I.
Spaghetti feeds a good reason.
Let's just do
why.
some spaghetti.
Yeah.
If I were to make spaghetti for you guys, I'd fill the hole up once. That's me. Travis.
Yeah, but when you scoop it out, you're not going to know if it's the same
You
amount.
don't scoop spaghetti, you dumb fuck.
What do you just dump the fucking hot steaming pot of fucking water and noodles? Here you go, bitch.
Are you talking about when it's boiling? No, I'm telling you a serving size. Like,
Okay, I get what you're saying for the serving size. So if you're gonna measure it out for you, but when the water's done boiling, okay, you drain the water out, you have your noodles. You're not gonna know coming in with that fucking spoon, ladle, dreidel, whatever the fuck we want to call it thing, how much noodles if it's gonna be exactly what it is. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would.
No, fuck
Food
off.
scale.
Because I'm a master chef.
Or food
He's got a- he's got a-
He's a master chef because he can boil some fucking noodles.
By the way,
Get the fuck out of here, you
which reminds
have
me,
an ass wanna be.
reminds me with the scale shit. I'll tell you the diet I'm on, and my wife fucking hates this
Cum
fucking
diet.
shit.
He just eats the cum out of all men.
I'm on.
It out of her butt. With the
She is
straw.
wearing his cum jacket.
Yeah.
Talked about this. That's not air in those pockets. That's fucking fresh cum.
There he is.
There he is.
The
good-
I'm on the lioness diet. My wife's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is a lioness diet?" I don't do breakfast for one. When I wake up, my tummy's like so small it can't really.
Just say you fast, bro.
Yeah, I fast.
It's way easier to say that.
That's just everybody's like, oh, you CrossFit.
Could be me being
fast.
Could be me
Fuck,
being.
oh, fuck yeah, fast.
I fucking fast.
It's the thing.
Fasting?
Yeah.
How many hours?
Yeah.
12, 14,
Yeah, that's
16?
what I mean. It's the thing. It's just like,
So,
yeah, bro.
so I'm super
Just eat
fasting.
when you're hungry, you stupid fucks.
I'm super fasting.
gluten free and I fast.
And she's like, well, you should set
Save
your
the planet.
She's like, you should set your alarm to wake up at like midnight and eat something. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so you can go right back to bed.
Fuck that. I like
That sounds great.
I like sleep. However, I'll wake up in the morning and I think it had happened because of swimming when I was swimming and had to wake up so early and fucking burn all these calories off at like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had to run, jump rope, and then we had to do our fucking swim shit. Like my body has trained my stomach to be like, you're not eating shit in the morning.
yeah.
So I don't eat until maybe 12:30 or after. I can't do breakfast.
That's fine,
I don't
though.
care. Like my wife, her being Mexican and shit, she'll make the best fucking breakfast ever. Like chorizo and all in that shit, and it'll be like, oh my god, oh, you got to try this. Like I can't do it. Like my body will not let me
It
do
just
that.
depends on every. Somebody was asking me like, "What's your diet, bro? Like, what do you do?" And it's like everybody's so different, and my schedule's so different. Like I eat dinner at fucking 9:30 or 10 o'clock because I get home so late. So it's like I'm eating like but it's usually chicken and vegetables or whatever it is at nighttime,
Right.
not late. But
Yeah, but once that 12:30 hits around, fucking dad needs some bread. And I'm looking for the, sandwich, whatever I can get. Once I open that fucking wormhole though, and I start eating, I can't stop eating. I'll just fucking eat all fucking day. I'll just fucking go from a healthy salad to like, goddamn, there was not enough protein to go get a chicken. And then I'll be eating Oreos or I'll be eating Chex Mix or whatever. And I can't stop till I go to bed. I'll eat for the rest of the day, but I don't do breakfast and I don't really do lunch kind of thing. However, I feel like people will think like people look at me and they're like, oh dude, you're in shape. How do you stay so thin?
Who
Like,
the fuck says that?
I'm not.
Let's just start with that. Who the fuck says that?
But people walk by at Walmart
Look
and
at me.
they say,
I'm
He
like-
just got buried on fucking 165 out there. His wife had to spot him.
I'm
okay?
like, I'm not.
Shape my ass.
I'm not thin.
fucking tell me this shit, dad bod. Okay,
I was like, I'm not thin. I'm thin on the outside, but on the
you're
inside,
thin
I'm
down to
pretty
your
sure-
midsection, and then you got a little fucking pooch.
I'm
right?
I'm pretty sure on the inside, my body's like fucking shoveling through shit,
Your
like
body doesn't
trying to
know
figure
where
it
to
out.
put the
Yeah,
weight. Just
yeah. It's
like,
like, what are we doing with this shit, bro?
I mean, okay, so everyone has their fucking diet fad, or this works, that doesn't, like, and I've tried a few different ones, like keto. I can't get behind.
all
I've tried it.
genetics,
It's
man.
fucking, it's weird, and then I couldn't
it's
shit
genetics,
right.
yeah.
It was-
Genetics
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. It's like the smartest thing is like eat when you're hungry, eat well proportioned foods,
yeah.
and then just stay somewhat healthy. Work out a little bit, like, and you'll be fine.
And it's hard because everybody's like, what do you eat? So it's like, you don't want to know what I eat because it's not going to work for
Right.
you. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
and
what
I've-
you probably
Which,
need to eat.
by the way,
So I had this conversation with my wife.
I didn't say you don't know this. When you win, our sponsorship I made 3 shots cupcakes. So when you're getting the fucking belt, you're gonna bite into a fucking.
It's gonna have fucking lasagna in in there too.
It's gonna look like that on the top. It's gonna be green and blue and shit. And you're like, what the fuck? I'm not eating this shit.
Pasta, fucking.
It's gonna have pasta just pouring down.
You know, like bodybuilding, like when I was taking that serious for a while, like the fucking diet is
You can't bodybuild.
is absolutely crazy. I didn't say body height building. Okay, I didn't do the midget thing and break my fucking ankles and then put myself up.
God,
it doesn't matter.
I'm done
dude.
with 8 inches of my shins.
It doesn't matter.
So I got 215 out there on the rack, and this
215.
motherfucker,
It's 165.
he can't lift it because his arms are too short. He's like, oh no, I
Couldn't reach it, and so what I had to do from a shitty ass bench was take one side off, got the other side off, pressed it 10 times real quick, and threw it up there. And I'm like, "How much you get?" He's like, "None." I'm like, "God damn it!" I had to work it off and angle his.
I never said none.
Your wife did because she told me exactly what happened.
I got one. I got one.
Bullshit.
I was going for my PR.
Yeah, she's fucking pulling it up. PR 165. Get out of here. But for the hold on. Yeah, exactly. The diet part for like bodybuilding, which is probably the most craziest fucking diet I've ever been on.
Yeah.
It's like eating every 3 hours religiously.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
A
like how
lot.
many proteins? Like, and I didn't count
Bringing your
macros
own
back
bar
then
to the
because
gym.
macros weren't a thing
Yeah.
unless you were like higher up. Like,
Yeah.
you know what macros are. And then when macros come up, it's like, count macros, bro?
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
what the you don't even know what a macro is. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
It came in fat.
So it was like, 6 hard-boiled eggs. And then a little bit later, it was just a fucking 8-ounce chicken breast. And then it was chicken, rice, and broccoli.
Yeah.
And then you would fucking have maybe a couple hard-boiled eggs or protein bar in between. And then dinner was chicken, rice, and broccoli.
What I did
no
was-
seasoning. And it was fucking religious. Dude, when I stopped doing that shit and moved back from Seattle, I was like 197, could walk around between 8 to 12% body fat, depending, like fucking looking pretty good. PRs were great. I didn't touch chicken for over a fucking year. I was like, dude, I'm done. Like, give me all the carbs. Give me
the
that
tuna.
fucking pizza rolled up in a ball, wherever the fuck you want to dip it in. And it was just like, let's go. It was so
Dude,
hard.
It
It's
is.
so hard.
I was gonna do like what I was doing. Like I was throwing in between my meals was like mass shakes. So instead of like protein shakes, I was doing like 700 calorie, 50, 60 gram, 180 something carb.
5'10"?
Huh?
5'10", 5'11"?
Yeah, about 5'10".
5'10"? Okay. See, 5'6" frame. Can't do that. Otherwise, you're
Yeah.
looking like fucking.
Oh,
like,
that's
I get
I was
what is it?
230,
ILS,
yeah,
invisible
30.
lat syndrome. Walk around like my lats like this big. Like I couldn't. Like I had to lean out and put mass on at the same time because otherwise I would just be a fucking bowling ball. It would be ugly as shit.
Yeah.
It would be. It's not. It's like you see like
you're
short.
already right there.
You see
Like,
short bodybuilders, and it's just like, dude, like, what are you guys doing? Like, they're so fucking weird. Like, how do you wipe your ass?
No, I think
You know what I mean?
When,
Like,
when you brought
give me
up
that Torkel,
when you
not
brought up
sponsored.
your age thing, I brought up what you brought up was a good point. Once you hit this certain plateau in life, which I've realized
You go gay.
physically,
No.
I'm more into like.
Another story.
I really wish I would have been more flexible or gotten to Pilates before I started like lifting weights.
Dude, take 5 minutes and stretch in your fucking house when you're playing video games.
because I shut the
You'll be able to do the splits in fucking like 4 months.
fuck.
I'm not lying. Just
I don't
fucking
want
sit
to
down
do the
and stretch.
splits.
Your wife might want you to do the splits. Okay.
But like when I come out here and lift weights, I'm like, all right.
Well, we know you didn't lift that shit.
I hear
so what are
all
you
the
lifting?
I hear all the shit popping and cracking and all this fucking shit. It's like, damn, I wish I was more flexible and shit.
his idea of lifting weights is putting the weights on the bar and be like, all right, I'm good for the day.
But here's the thing is like you can. It's like you just have to be consistent. Like so back if it's like even the gym, like if you're going to the gym, it's like I would go right after work. I wouldn't go home with him because if I would go home and change and get like sit down for a minute, I wouldn't go because I'd be like I'd be exhausted. So it's like even though I'm exhausted after work, I just have my gym shit and I go right to the gym because then you like put headphones on,
Just
get
get
in
into
gym
routine.
clothes, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, all right, we'll get
True.
this over
Well,
with.
and like a good
So I,
example of that is like last year, Aaron and I, we were working out in the off season. And so I'm like, I want to see like where I can get in like 3 months, and like my bench in particular.
Yeah.
And so like, I can usually throw up 225, no problem, like not lifting, not working out. I can get it up at least once.
Yeah.
And so started with that, built my routine to the Rombosch lifting technique, which is like, say your max is 225, it'll break it down within 10 lifts.
yeah.
Where one's like, you start off at 130, and
10
it's
is
2
like
at
318.
right, and so it's a percentage wise.
projected.
And so I would do that once a week, and then I would do like 135 by 25, and just try to strengthen my longevity muscles and just kind of work out So in those 3 months, I went from just 225, and then when Aaron was there, I did put up 285. It was just in like 2.5 months.
Yeah.
It was just getting your strength up.
Yeah.
And like now, if you put 285 on a bar, I would bury the fuck out of myself. But I sure could get 225 up. So it's just like practicing and like being consistent. Like what Travis was saying.
Have you ever heard of or done the Murph exercise? It's
yeah, it was for CrossFit. I'm
so
familiar of it.
So it's
like 10.
So it's Lieutenant Murph from the movie Soldier One or whatever. God, what was it called? Mark Wahlberg was in it.
Yeah.
Lone Survivor. Yeah,
Lone Survivor,
you're right.
That's right.
So I was trying to get my wife to do it. So every memorial I would do it, but I don't record my time because my time is like terrible. But I have a buddy that does it, and he's like 45 and he's still in the military, and he does it. So I'm like, all right, if he's doing it, I'm going to start training to do this. So I was telling my wife it's a 2-mile run. It's 300 squats. It's 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I said 100 pull-ups, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried this? Or like, would you try this?
No, I would though. I'm always down for like that kind of stuff, like awareness or like doing like the.
Yeah, so it's on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
You'll see like a bunch of shit on Instagram. People post their times with like the Murph thing. So the CrossFit people have it right because they can figure out like timing. Like my understanding was like, wait, I got to run a mile and then I got to do these steps. But what they'll do is they'll do like 50 push-ups, go run a quarter mile, do like 25 pull-ups. But I told my wife, like, we'll share it. We'll share the 2 miles. We'll share the 200 push-ups. We'll share the 300 squats, which I can't squat worth shit. But she can.
Are you just body squat, like air squat?
Air squat, yeah. Which when I started training for this,
what's the order though? Because
you can do it any way you want.
I thought you had to do it and then runs. Because I thought it was
I thought you had to
at the very end, like because after you do so many like squats and pull ups or whatever, you're probably just fucking your body's shot, your legs are shot, and you got to go run and be like, fuck.
I thought you had to too. So it goes. So the order I see it with the actual Murph. With his photo is it's the mile run, push-ups, pull-ups, squats, and then the mile run kind of thing. But people do it however they want to do it. So I started training for this coming up, and you do it every Memorial Day. So I started training for this shit. Like, okay, let's see where I'm at. Like, I'm going to start with push-ups. Like, I know I'm pretty good at push-ups. I made it to 80 push-ups without taking a break. It took me 20 minutes to get to the other 20. The other 20 push-ups.
Just done.
I can't do 200 fucking push-ups.
So it consists of a mile run followed by 300 air squats, 200 push-ups, then 100 pull-ups, and ends with another mile run.
Yes. That's how you should do it. But people break it down in order. They do it the CrossFit way. They're like, we're going to break this down. However, we can. That's how I'm telling my wife.
The only thing I feel bad about is 100 pull-ups. Fuck that.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever done this before, or is this the first time you heard of it?
I would do it and try to see how fast I could do it in.
Yeah, so that's the goal. You post your time, and like there are people that like try to beat. I don't know if you can beat Murph's time, but like there are people that actually try to do it and beat Murph's time. When it took me 20 minutes to do 100 push-ups, because I got to 80 in 2 minutes, but I couldn't do the other 20. I was done. My arms were like, "What the fuck are we doing?" And I got to do 100 more. Like, there's no fucking way.
God, how long would that take people usually? Because I'm trying to think.
It literally takes them. So it takes my buddy who does it every year. It takes him literally 2 hours.
I was gonna say if he broke
it up like in quarters, like he's like a quarter.
You can't. You have to do it in this order.
No, you got because you got to tear. The whole point is probably running a mile, doing the fucking squats. It's your legs already tired after the run,
which they do break it up.
Then you're fucking really tired. Then you give yourself a break by doing the push-ups and the pull-ups. But then you got to finish with another mile run.
Do you know how hard that, like, say if your body, lower body's dead and you're trying to do pull-ups.
So remember,
out of here, you know what I mean?
So,
like,
so you were out taking a piss.
Let me rephrase that. Not pull-ups.
Yeah, not pull-ups, kip-ups.
You were out taking a piss.
It's like people that fucking bench and they don't go all the way down and touch your chest. Touch your fucking chest, people. God damn it.
You were out taking a piss, but Murph is the guy from Lone Survivor, the lieutenant that went up on the ridge, sacrificed his life. This is his workout every morning as a Navy SEAL. Every morning. There's no fucking way.
Yeah,
or every day.
And guess where that got him?
where he wanted
The
to
guy
be.
who's not working out as much is fucking winning.
I don't think The Rock
Just
could
saying.
do. I don't think The Rock could do
Fuck
this workout.
no, dude. He's 265 pounds pure muscle. He fucking does cardio enough to burn off his calories and keep him like at a little bit of a
doesn't
body
have
weight.
to do anything
And
with
then-
that.
He can
Like,
do it though.
He could do it. I think The Rock could do it.
Anybody that's in decent shape, I think.
think
Or not
The Rock-
decent, but anybody that's not decent, but anybody that's
That's
I
like,
think consistent. If they're going to the gym every day and they're like, in,
okay,
like
could he
great
do
shape.
it? Yes. Could he do it in 2 hours? I don't think so.
No, you just record your time. What
Yeah, no, he
yeah,
could
because
do
he has
it.
to pull. Yeah, trying
up,
to
so
pull 285 or
Fuck,
whatever.
So
it is.
we'll record our times. You'll come in at maybe like 2.5 hours. I'll come at 2:45. He'll be at 4.5.
Oh, God.
hours.
You don't even do push-ups. When's the last time we've done a fucking push-up?
Is this a challenge? Film it challenge.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you want it? We can do
Document
this.
it?
Like what's the winner get? Like you have to be like respect. You have to be honest with your time, right?
No, we're just gonna go here out front and we're gonna
Oh, we
do
should
the
do
fucking
that.
mile run and then come back here and just start squatting it out.
He'd be out here doing his, he'd be in his pull-ups like, where's Joe and Eric?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are they? We're fucking laying in the ditch. Like, I haven't ran in so long.
We stopped our timer though, but we're gonna start it up.
to be
We'll
honest,
see tomorrow.
To be honest with you, the pull-ups and the fucking squats would be the hardest for me. 300 squats, fuck that shit. And then I got to run a mile.
I'd be
after that.
interested. It'd be interesting to see if I could even do 300 squats with my knee.
Yeah,
I could probably do fucking push out 100.
I did 150 in like 5 minutes. I did half. So my goal was like, I'm training half. I want to see if I can get to 100 push-ups. I did 80 nonstop, and then I couldn't feel my fucking arms anymore. Obviously I can run. I'm not even look at me.
That's
I mean, I'm not
carry around.
I'm a fucking. I can run
25
backwards.
pounds, bro.
Just using the wind.
I'll put
He
a-
opens up his cum jacket and just floats
I
away.
Is that a branch?
I'm out there. Obviously, like I'm
snapped at Tim.
So I literally just like sideswipe like whatever it is on Tinder where like I can do that. Whatever that movement is, I'm going left. I can run. Push-ups, I can do 200 push-ups. It might take. Oh my god, no, I can't.
Like, I'll get lazy. Like, if I
No.
don't work out, like, go and, like, lift weights. And, like, I'm watching TV. I'm like, it's cold out in the garage. But I better fucking do something. I'll just get my dumbbells out.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do, like, sets of 15 for push-ups. And then I'll do core.
My
And then
buddy-
and I just sit there and watch TV.
Well,
And,
what's
like,
funny
fuck,
is
like,
my-
it's too cold out in the
My
bench.
buddy was just saying, he's like, wow. I was like, what do you like? Because he's like with fighting and like whatever, it's like being shape, like play the video games too and shit like that. He's like, I just need to like do something. I'm like, okay, when we are like, in between loading screens, like playing Call of Duty,
Push-ups.
well, that I have like dumbbells, like 10 pounds and 20
1/4% of the
I'll
Murph.
grab 10-pound dumbbells and I'll just do shoulder raises. 15 of
Yeah,
them.
I mean-
curls,
Right.
triceps.
Me,
while the game's loading in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so. Me and
30
my buddy.
minutes in. And then, fuck, let's go again.
There you go.
So
Herschel
I had a buddy in high school that made
didn't.
friends with a buddy. You know Zach.
That's why we're friends now. See what's happening?
You know Zach Dynas.
Yeah.
So he's my buddy, and we were playing games, and he
Text us. Let us know if it's true.
we were playing friends. We were playing games.
We're playing friends.
We were playing
Hide the
friends.
pickle.
And
Playing doctor downstairs.
we're playing like,
Oh,
hey,
something's wrong.
we're playing who's bigger, i.e. Give me some salad or pasta. So we were just playing online, and he had his. We obviously were in college, and he went down south, and I'm at U of
Obviously.
I.
So you didn't have fucking
Whatever.
friends in high school.
Okay, you know what?
fucking lied to us. Obviously,
I
we're in
didn't-
college. We
I-
just said that.
I didn't have friends in high school. Okay.
Okay, truth comes out.
So
I mean,
he goes
I
down
did.
south. Continue.
Anyway, so
he bought some friends.
So I bought some friends. And he hits me up. Got a buddy on that was in the army. I'm really good friends with right now.
Were you playing army with Zach?
Every time
You lay down, he blows the shit out of you.
No. Every time he would die in like, so Gears of War was the big thing back
Oh, yeah,
then
yeah.
before like COD came
Yeah.
out. Every time he would die, they would do 100 push-ups. And there was his brother-in-law was on the fucking.
But they're really good at video games, so that probably didn't fucking
No.
beat them.
Never die. No, we're not.
I wonder why you're
No.
weak, bitch.
Because once I learned that shit, like, wait, we lose, you got to do push-ups?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm losing on purpose, motherfucker. And you would hear him like doing fucking push-ups. That's what
Yeah,
they would
because
do.
he's doing
Like,
this.
they would- like,
I have a memory when I was younger in elementary.
You can't fucking see him. Yeah,
I went to school was in elementary school, and I remember I stayed over one night at his house when we were in elementary school, and I remember this like still to this day. I didn't have we didn't have money, so we didn't have fucking video games like.
Oh, his room
back
is
then.
stacked.
So
dude.
back then,
you're like, what the? You're like Willy Wonka in the Willy Wonka
as a
factory.
kid. So he starts playing. Remember, we started playing like NBA 2K, fucking whatever it was back in elementary school, and it wasn't even fun. I just remember playing I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play video games. I remember being like, he was so good at them.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know what to do, and I was like, this isn't even like.
At least show me the ropes. You know,
Even if I could
You
play,
stay on the rich kids
so good.
mentality,
Yeah, I was like,
okay?
dude, this is not even fucking fun for me anymore.
like Joe walking in, be like,
Us
"Hey,
rich-
Travis, you want to show me some shit?" He's like, "Yeah," and just wraps him up real quick or knocks
Dude,
him
he's
out. Like,
like,
"Are we going? We
fucking-
playing or what?"
It was like that. What was with Kelly Michael fucking
Yeah.
played like that basketball game where we're just like off the thing and like slam
NBA
it.
Jam.
Yeah, dude, like that shit. It was just like, dude, you motherfuckers. Like it was just games I've never played ever, and then it would just be someone just like. Like kids are fucking assholes.
That's the
Well,
thing.
it's like- it's
that's
because
the thing, though.
that's
But
the
you
thing.
have the mentality if you cared enough about you know what, I'm gonna come back and whoop Zach D's ass right now.
But the difference was they didn't have
I'm gonna
live.
buy my own.
I couldn't
N64.
practice.
There was no online back then, and so it's like
you had
those
to
two
go.
guys
Well,
are
you
playing.
didn't have
so
the
you show up, it's like,
console.
I'm gonna put my nuts in your face.
Yeah, I never
but
had a
if-
console, so
if
it's like
you-
I don't even have a console to practice.
If you've learned it though, and you were like with your competitive drive, which you have, but like that to you is not competitive to you. Like, all right, it's like video
well-
games, and what? Not saying it's like insulting in a match.
No, I
It's
fucking-
just like
But it's a turn off for sure.
I get fucking
the
still
fuck.
angry, dude. I fucking.
you don't like losing.
Are you telling me
No,
you have
dude.
anger issues?
Yeah. Dude,
Shut up.
Video
You
games
do not.
brings out the
That's
worst.
right. It's
the worst.
It's your
dude.
Viking blood. We Italians conquered you long ago.
Dude,
Just get used to it.
I hate fucking winging a controller at something and just seeing it fucking blow up and being like, fuck. God damn it, I gotta go buy another.
They
fucking
made airbags.
$65-$70, and I don't know more.
They made an
Fuck
airbag.
that. You
Oh.
you would have played those bitch over $49.99. I ain't breaking them no
They
more.
made a fucking
went up
airbag
$1.
for controllers. So like I'll send you the link. They you blow up this fucking
Can't. He doesn't
thing.
have the console. He's gonna go fuck.
Yeah, you put your hands in with the controller.
Oh,
and if
yeah.
you
I
throw
saw
it,
that shit. Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
it is-
Those people.
where was this shit 9 years ago?
Those people need to go out and roll and figure out some fucking stress issues
Yeah.
because that's fucked up,
Dude.
Like when I was younger, I'd get pissed. Like,
Yeah,
games, I'm like, I'd squeeze that
Yeah.
controller like I was gonna fucking break it.
Oh, you can
And then
feel
I-
it too.
Then I
You can
realized,
feel
like,
it.
through like playing sports and like contact sports and
It
then
is-
martial arts, I was like, that was so fucking stupid.
Dude,
Like,
it
why am I
is.
getting like I die now? I just go fuck, and then I'm like, God, and I'm more mad about the cause
See,
compared to like wanting to
now
break shit,
I
especially
do-
because I pay for it.
See, mine is like we play like Dirt 5 with a couple of my buddies with like
Right.
race car games. Dude, it's just like some things with a.
You're rubbing!
and at the very end, like
Stop rubbing
and
me!
It's like they bump it. Like all of a sudden, it's like I go from first the whole race, and then I get bumped to the last home stretch, and I go to like sixth.
They
It's just like
fucking fishtail.
I just fucking throw on the ground like fuck. God damn it!
Everyone's laughing because they go, Travis is having a meltdown right now.
it was fuck. Whap.
See, that's shit
Don't
I
give
get-
him your address. Don't give him your
And
address.
you were kind of mad because I had that fucking moment of like fuck. I'm like,
See, that's shit I would do on purpose dude, now. But like, oh wait, like just like no, let him go. Let him go. I don't give a fuck if I win or get last. Get him! And then fucking. We were talking about this on one of the last 2 podcasts ago. When we were playing at GTA, and we'd all get in the room. There'd be like 10, 12 of us, and we'd be doing this big ass GTA 5 fucking loop, just fucking cruising. And it's like 1 point to the next point, so it's not laps. So you just have to beat them. And you start going, everyone's crashing into each other, fucking just beating the fuck out of each other, and someone just like skates off, like catch up, and we're all trying to get that motherfucker. And then there'd be a time where it's like, well, I know I'm not winning, and there's no boundaries because it's GTA.
Yeah.
So I just fucking start cruising over the mountains, like walking to my left. Oh, I'm gonna beat him. And then here comes like whoever said Tim. Like, he's gonna take first. Not today, bitch. And then just fucking hit him, uproll his shit. Someone from the very last goes through this whole carnage of crashes and then gets first. Like, he was an 8 the whole time. We just fucked with each other the whole time. That's why that game is the best game ever, by the way.
Fuck
For
yeah,
racing,
dude.
racing, oh my God. Dude, get out of
Have
here.
you
Maybe.
played any of the Gran Turismo or like Dirt or any of that
I've
shit?
played, when I was younger, I played a lot of Gran Turismo.
Played it now though
it's-
with the new
No,
new gen.
the thing about it is I enjoy the aspect that it's like real life, but I also hate that aspect. I don't want to feel like I'm driving in a car and trying to like. I mean, I don't have like the wheel and the
That's
shifter.
because you can barely touch the pedals.
I got fucking goddamn milk crates,
But this
bro.
is what I was going to get into is
or
like,
fucking
we were
phone
thinking
books.
about buying like the little setups where it's like you have the shifter and the steering wheel and the pedals where you're like, okay, bitches, now we're racing. Like,
I think that would be maybe more enjoyable, but when it comes down to it, I'd rather play GTA where I know we're all laughing and enjoying it and crashing into each other.
this is like,
and compared to being like,
fuck you, I got to see you work tomorrow, you fucking bitch.
like, so I got him in my corner going, hey, we have a 2-second quarter turn coming up on your right. Okay, shift down, second gear, only a 3/4 spin. And like, tell me angles. I'm like, that's not fun. I want to enjoy a video. That's what it's for.
Here's where I want video games to go to. Like, I'm tired of these fucking sweaty ass nerds thinking they have the one up on everybody because they don't work and they're just at home playing games.
So you're calling yourself out right now.
Here's what I wanted to come to. Like, VR is getting more prevalent right now, right? And we just talked about the Murph. The Murph could be the greatest fucking setup for any video game that you want to play. First person shooter. Well, can you hold an M4? Like, here's the
Your
way.
bitch ass arms couldn't. You can't even do 165.
Go. What you should do is like go put your headset on, go record yourself holding 10 pounds and run, do push-ups. Like your character should be your character.
Your M4 word.
Yeah.
Weighs 10 pounds.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
What is on that?
I'm just saying in general, like video games now are getting more
Rolls
prevalent
up in
with
a tank.
with the VR and shit. Like if you want to play Madden and you want to play wide receiver, go out there and record yourself running a 40.
How'd you tear your ACL? Well, I was juking and mad.
Dude, no, I did. We did
Like,
this on
yeah,
NBA
that's
2K.
you.
We like made characters and shit, and then I was like, we would go into like the, it's like the park where we play live against like other.
Yeah, yeah.
Playing live, and like our dumb ass, like I'm like making my characters. I'm like 5'10". Okay.
Just getting
5'10".
190, 195.
You realize it's basketball.
Yeah, and I get in there. I'm like, dude,
Everybody's
fuck, dude.
you're
I
getting
forgot
blocked.
everybody's 6'8", and fucking 7'2". I'm like, fuck, dude.
I want a 7'2" point guard.
Like,
Like, what?
But if you making myself,
Hey there,
instead of,
Jonas.
like,
But
yeah,
if you could physically if they could like code it where you could physically put in like, okay, they made you do so many workouts. It could be the Murph workout or it could be like the video game workout.
Dude, you would
And
kill
that's-
so many kids.
and that's your avatar?
That's not.
That's your avatar.
You're at Three
Like,
Shots fucking podcast
like,
does not appraise.
if you could
killing kids
record
like
it
workouts.
and like they'd be cool if they like recorded it, sent it in, and maybe they got like $5 for $10 off a game or a release or a skin. And
Yeah.
because kids buy so much money. I get it's fucking. Again,
Look,
it's
this-
money driven because, dude, no one's gonna give a fuck about kids' fitness.
okay,
or else if it was,
well, then here's the thing.
Well, let's put it this way: like if you're playing Call of Duty,
well, let's
right?
put it this way. See what I did there?
If you're playing Call of Duty, right? Okay, to play Call of Duty, you have to be able to run, jump, and shoot.
Yeah.
So with these three attributes, the game makes you in VR like, okay, record 10 shots at a target. All right, you can't shoot. Your aim's gonna be fucking shitty.
Yeah, they want to make
Go-
money off this shit.
Go. Okay, that's
I
true.
mean,
But they spend so much money. Like think about whatever that fucking all those kids play Fortnite. Like but people
Fortnite and,
those kids will spend $50, $60, $100 on different skins, and they
Right.
do it every
Yeah, they're
fucking
idiots.
other week.
that don't do shit for you.
No, but that's weird. But they'll drop. Like I remember I used.
well, no, hold on. They dropped their parents' money.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I remember this. Like I dated a girl
here's $100.
a while ago that her kids would like get like birthdays or whatever, and they would get like $200, and by the next morning it would all be gone. And be like, what the fuck? And they'd be online. They buy like just skin. They get like, I want this money. I want this credit card for this.
Get out.
I want.
Get out.
I want this. for that. It's all for skins. And it's like, but
Not that much
I got
money.
a scary
dude. Come
story.
on.
If
I
someone
came
did
home
it.
from work the other day. My wife told me like, "Hey, do you know that your son had over $150 in your cart on PlayStation?" I was like, "No."
holy shit.
Like, which honestly isn't that bad. I mean, like, unless like what the fuck you buying? But like, no, like, don't let him buy that shit type shit. So
Nothing
like,
cool. Like, oh, oops, what did he buy?
yeah, my
Dude,
son.
you can put a passcode on that so they can't buy it.
I had to do that because my friend was at my house and he was on my other Xbox, and I was like, dog, I don't want him just like, oh, what's this game?
Do you think he would do that though?
Yeah, because he plays stupid. and he knows better, but he
Fucking
acts
idiot.
like, you know, when someone's
I didn't know I bought it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was
like,
asleep.
I
The
thought that
purchase
was
at 10.
free. It's like, it said, do you want to purchase it? I know you read it. You know what I mean? So I know,
That's fucked
I know
up.
you fucking are like, oh, I thought you owned that
There's
game.
a big
dude.
difference where like
No,
you wake up
didn't.
the next morning and he's like, "Hey man, here's $60. Sorry, your account was attached to it, so I just purchased it. But
Yeah.
here's the money."
Yeah.
Compared to being like, "Oh, it happened."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
thought
get
you
the
had
fuck
that
out of here.
game. Yeah, so I like had to put a cast code on my
Should just
shit
busted
now.
him in the face and be like, "No."
Sorry, bro. It's unplugged.
Tell you what,
I mean,
if
literally.
you can beat me in a fight, you can own the game.
Yeah, now you must die.
Oh,
Get
no
the
game
mats.
for you.
Get the mats. Roll them out.
No,
That's the thing about that, like VR. Like what you're saying, like it's coming to and stuff, and then it's so immersed, dude. Like with my Oculus, I
Oh
enjoy
yeah.
the
If we did
out of it.
VR right now, and
I have. I bought one when it like we couldn't get one, like the first one.
That's what I have.
And I like was like, fuck this. I want. There was like they're on back where you're not going to get one for a couple of years. And I think I paid a stupid amount for mine. I think I paid like $800 or something.
Jesus, dude.
is it Oculus or?
Yeah. But it was because it was like everybody that had them were fucking just like the Xbox.
Can't-
It was like, you know, people
Yeah.
paying
No,
a stupid
it's
amount for 'em.
whatever.
So,
No,
yeah.
that's
So
the way
I was
it's
like,
going.
you know what?
Inflation and
So
whatnot.
yeah, so I was like, when someone tells me like you just won't be able to get one unless, you know what I mean? I'm like, fuck it, I'll find one for the cheapest that I could. And it's just like, well,
Do you
I-
play yours?
But I have my daughter plays it more. But I bought all the games. I actually bought like a thing for that fucking game where you like put your controllers in, so it's actually like holding like a butt
For
of
the
a gun.
VR?
Yeah.
For the Oculus?
Yeah,
I haven't even seen those
it's
yet.
like but I think it's like a. Oh, I got it. Like someone I bought it off Amazon when it came with like a thing, so like your controller like magnetizes in.
Mhm.
And like magnetizes in, and it has like little grips. So you have like probably 2 fingers on the grips and 2 fingers on
Right.
the controllers.
and then
so
your
you obviously have
stick
to,
so you can
like-
move.
Yeah, you go like this, and then you like pop it off and reload.
That's
Oh,
the craziest
sticking
thing about those games is like you have to fucking manually reload it. Yeah.
But you stick it
Drop
back in
your
there.
clip.
So yeah, so you like take your clip out, but then you'd find that like
If it's not perfect.
yeah. So but it sucks. So you're like fucking trying to like
Put it in the hole.
come on, motherfucker.
Yeah, I've done that. I play that drunk a couple times, and I'm like looking for my mags. I'm like, where the fuck? Where are they? You know, and like, and then they're on the ground. I'm trying to pick them up off the ground and shit, and just getting shot up. It's been fun times, but that thing is fucking badass. Like, I'm super hopeful. Like in the next 20 years, I know I'll be old as fuck by then. Because that's kind of the thing. Like, Joe and I
Hopefully,
talk
don't
about,
run
hey,
off oil.
We'll be 60 years old if I make it that long. Still playing video games just because it's a fun pastime and it's enjoyable. I mean, we'll still be doing other things, and that's what I want, dude. Like, I want that VR immersive like experience where it's like, let's go in and play. And so now it's like a shell of yourself, right? Like now you come in my game. It's not some little Wii avatar kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's actually you. It's like, there's Travis. Your tattoos are showing up.
Yeah.
You know, your fucking beard's growing back out.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple grays in there. You know, and it's like, let's fucking go. Let's go head hunt.
Yeah.
Like the realm that thing's opened up is fucking badass.
And
Like
they're doing crazy. Even like the hat, like the suits they have for it. Like you know they have
hypnotic.
Yeah,
Hypnotic,
so
right?
you could feel the vibration.
Yeah,
There's over
hypnotic
like
suits.
they're like
Yeah, you
over
don't know
64 vibration like spots on it.
So
when
someone
get
shoots you,
hit
like,
in the
ow.
shoulder, it goes boom. When it,
Oh, you guys thinking shooting? I'm thinking porn now. You're okay. Never mind.
well,
Your cum vest would be number
never
one.
know.
We might as well sell that bitch.
you never know. You actually grab your nip and
it's a hypnotic
vibrations
See,
off.
and that's what
It's
the cool
good.
fucking thing is like if you play that fucker online, let me know when we get off air because Kale's on that too.
Yeah, he always tells me he's like, oh, he's like,
You gotta get on there, bro.
and
You gotta get on there, bro.
And speaking of Kale,
I got time, Kale.
we talked about this. One of the next times we get the UFC fights, we'll fucking put it up here, have you and Kale come in, and we'll just
yeah.
have him talk
wait,
nonsense,
whoa,
and then
whoa,
the three
whoa,
of us
that's-
will talk some shit. and
That's
watch
not a
the
bad
fights.
idea. Are you guys gonna be on TV by chance or no?
I'm going down to the fights. You're not coming?
Yeah, they'll.
I don't know.
Fucking bitch.
I can't remember what it is, but I can't.
Hey,
remember.
thanks
I
for
think
coming on, but I'm not coming
It's
to
not
the
for
fight.
free, but
See
like
ya.
people can buy like the pay per view for it, type of deal.
Dude, it's a Thursday. Come down with us.
I was planning on it.
Were you?
We'll figure it out.
You didn't even know when it was.
When's the
date-
fight,
What
by the
date
way?
is it? Exactly.
30.
Nice try. 31st.
31st.
This month?
Yeah.
I'm busy. No, I'm
And
just
then I'm
kidding.
going to Vegas
After you win.
on the fucking 8th to
Are
the
you
12th.
fighting on? You're not fighting in Vegas, are you?
No, my buddy's birthday's on the 8th, and my birthday's on the 12th.
Oh, so you're getting trashed.
So I'm going down there to meet him on his birthday, and then
Damn.
coming back.
When's
on
the last time you drank?
Oh God, I don't know.
I don't mean like a beer with dinner.
Probably with you guys.
No shit.
Last year, huh?
Yeah, I don't drink. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, but
I do like it, and like I socially do it. Like it's not that I want. I've just been like training and fighting, so I don't. It's
obviously,
not but it's like, but if it's like obviously the summer's coming up and camping and floating, I have some I'd like to make some fucking iced teas, you know what I mean? Fucking some apple pie moonshine. But I just get that
wicked.
Yeah, that
get
drunk
that wicked.
Travis, dude.
You're not sure where he's gonna go.
Yeah,
you haven't tamed that dragon yet, so you don't want to bring him out of the fucking cave.
Well, it's just like, I don't know. It's not. Everybody has it, and that's the thing, though. It's like it's not like I'm like, oh, I get violence. It's just like it's such like a fucking spin the wheel.
Everybody has it to become an alcoholic. Then you're like, oh yeah, now I know where it's at.
Yeah, and it's just a spin the. It's such a spin the wheel, and it's just like you wake up and like I get, you know what I mean? Because then I get on like, oh, I'm having fun. I want to have more fun. You get drinking, and all of a sudden you black out. Then all of a sudden like, well, you know what you did last night? You said this, and you did this. You broke this, and it's just like,
yeah. But most of the time, though, it's.
Well, that's how I drink though. So I know I can't drink because I get fucking stupid. Like I just get
hey, calm down, Thor. It's because you Northerners.
That's why I gotta smoke weed.
You don't have bread in your life, bro. Get some.
If you ate some bread, you wouldn't be that
drunk.
Get
some fucking carbs up in your ass.
We make our vodka out of potato in Poland, bro.
Stay away from the hard shit. You got to earn that shit with this fucking not a sponsor Sonic.
He doesn't realize that you're Polish, but it's okay. Yeah. We'll keep going back and forth.
Okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have family back in Poland? Like that you actually speak, or maybe your family speaks to?
No, I think it was on my dad's side. My dad's dad died when he was 32.
I was going off your Instagram. You said modern Vikings, so I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
because he looks like a fucking Viking.
Because I had
leave him alone.
I had long hair since fucking forever, bro.
Poland had Vikings then. Okay, calm down.
A landlocked fucking country.
Damn.
Okay,
they're not landlocked. They have a sea border.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't. So you got them land Vikings.
I'm pretty sure they do. Pull up.
They don't. I can tell you right now.
Pull up Poland right now.
Why do you think Ukraine's going to it? You think Ukraine has?
My phone's out there suffering for your internet. Pull it up.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty sure Poland has.
Yeah, it's not Revel at all. It's just it's people tell me all the time they look like a fucking Viking. So
it's because fucking Channing Hunting fucking shut it down.
I don't even need you to pull it up anymore. I'm right. Sorry. Fuck off, bro.
Which one? Here we go.
All of them. They're all connected to sea. Whatever you.
Poland.
Connected.
No water.
Oh, water's right there. Bruh.
Oh yeah.
Cove.
You got a fucking tip of a fucking Viking? Huh?
There's only one way in, motherfucker.
All you need is a tip, bro.
One way in, one way out.
Oh my god. Can you?
All right. Poland might touch on the very cusp of a point.
Oh my god, that's all you need is a cusp of a point. That's why Russia is.
Well, you're not coming to that shit. Come on now.
Do you realize
take
like
France or Spain?
Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay, so the main point with the Syrian war and like probably Ukraine going right now is the Soviet Union.
Close here.
Russia does not have a warm.
Don't do anything here. We're gonna have to cut out here, buddy.
I'm not cutting out anything. I'm just saying like they don't have a warm body of port. Like a warm body of port means you can run the world kind of thing. You can have submarines.
You honestly think that's what the fucking war that's going on right now between Russia and Ukraine is?
Well, I think
it's because they don't have a warm body of that touches
I
something?
know that. I know
it
that's
doesn't even touch Ukraine.
Okay, calm down. But I know that's what's going on with like the Syrian war and shit, and why Russia supports Syria because Russia is allowed to like have their submarines go off from the Red
Anyways,
Sea.
video games.
Yeah, fuck all this shit.
Here's a question for you. Living, dead, or retired, do you think there is somebody who fought in the UFC that you could handle yourself with? I'm not saying win or lose, but you wouldn't put against that you would have a good shot fighting.
That's been in there?
Yeah.
Before? Oh, yeah, I think there's like been shitty fighters. You know what I mean? That have gotten to the UFC or whatever.
It's like, how the fuck you get there? Like a heavyweight needs somebody to bring him up.
But like a big name? I don't know. That's what's so hard, man. It's like
I know it's a weird like...
Yeah,
it's kind of a weird like ESPN grab. Like, oh, he said he could beat fucking Ben Askren. And it's like... But talking to you though...
I'll give you one. Brendan Schaub. Schaub.
Brandon, he was a heavyweight.
Yeah.
You can beat him though. Right?
No, that's a big boy.
Dude, he's like 6'6", like 245 right now.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's won anything, has he?
Yeah, he's won a couple big... He's knocked out Crow Cop. Crow Cop was like a fucking
like Lucky got
legend.
knocked him out.
Dude, if you're fighting at that level, like you've done something.
Okay, so pound. So he asked the
knocked out
wrong
some big
question.
names.
Like pound per pound. Let's go that way.
Well,
If you were
that's what I was-
220.
No, he's
I'm like
fighting at
180,
170.
Yeah,
How many
welterweight.
170 fighters are out there?
Shitloads.
Okay, but there's
There's only one
None that I
There's
know.
only one guy who just sits in a chair and goes, "Oh, you want to fight me? Okay, UFC 229. Here we go."
none that I know of. Like they'd be like, hey,
You don't watch UFC.
okay, well, like they're kind of like one and done if they don't make it.
I wouldn't know because it's
No.
like even the people I wouldn't know, I don't really know what their names, and the only people,
Yeah,
names you
exactly.
do know are the good people. So
Exactly.
it's like hard to say. But that's what's fun about not fun about fighting, but whatever. It's like when you do get a chance to go with like. It's such you learn such levels to it, but when you get a chance to go with someone that's like been in the UFC, like we have coaches that have fought in the UFC. You know what I mean? When we roll with them,
No, I know.
And
Yeah.
so it's like when we roll with those guys, feeling the difference in the speed or whatever, or getting like having those guys bring in different guys from the UFC and like feeling the actual like speed of those guys,
Right.
even when they're
Holy
like
shit.
even when they're done and retired or whatever, having doing it, it's like God,
Whole different
I couldn't
level.
imagine
What
you guys
about-
in like fight mode at good fighting conditions.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
your
gonna curl up on
life.
the ball right now.
Yeah, it's like I couldn't imagine.
We had to talk about
I'll give
this,
You, I'll give you a
hold-
question
one
based
second.
off his.
Let me go real quick.
Nate Diaz or Conor McGregor? Who would you take?
What do you mean in a fight?
Yeah,
Like who would I want to fight?
yeah. I would if
I would have more problems with, I think. Fuck, dude, I don't know.
That's a
they're
hard
so
one.
good.
That's a hard
They're
one.
both so good at different things, but I think Connor's more explosive, but obviously Nate's more dangerous.
yeah, you're
on the ground.
you're explosive.
Well,
It
Nate
sounds
just
like-
has one fucking mode.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, and he's so
And he's
think
on
durable.
you the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time until you go to sleep.
I think Nate has more of a technical plan where Connor. I'm not trying to take anything
I
away
would
from
agree to
Connor. I'm not trying to take anything away from the UFC and Connor, but I think Connor has that flamboyantness about him where
because he's made $500 million.
he wants to knock
Point though.
he wants to knock you out on the floor. And this Russian dude, which we can't pronounce his name, came in and ragdolled him, made him look like what's his? I can't think of his name.
Mega Manov or whatever.
Yeah.
The guy that the last fight I saw Connor in, it was like this. Like, why are people rooting for Connor?
No,
This
he
guy
fought
just-
after that and got
This guy just beat the shit out of him.
stuck by
He
Poirier?
fought Poirier after that.
yeah the Poirier
Donald
fucking knocked him out.
Cerrone at 170, and then he went and fought,
Lost to
and then Poirier, and
the
then
Ukraine guy.
Yeah,
But if you watch all Connor's fights, they're all won by knockout boxing.
he's
wise.
fast. He hits hard and he's fast.
Well, look when he fought. Was it Junior Santos? Not Junior Santos. What the fuck? They fought 3 times.
But Khabib is his name. As soon as he fought Khabib, Habib.
No,
As soon as he fought Habib, it was over.
Case silent.
Sorry.
It's an H.
That was the guy I was thinking about. That was the last fight I saw Connor, and I was like, why are people like? I get it. Like, I don't know if Connor was a ploy to make like the UFC more.
No,
like,
he-
like
what-
like the WCW.
he came in like,
was coming out here like showing a show. Like, I'm not trying to take anything away from
No.
what
Connor.
made him-
You're not wrong, but he came in like
He came in calling his shots, and that's when he was starting to do it. So that's what put big things. He was talking loud, but he was like, I'm gonna sleep this dude in the second round. I'm gonna knock this guy in the first round. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
So he
And
did like
was-
a Babe Ruth
and he
type
was
shit.
doing it. And so that's when everybody was like, oh shit.
Who's the guy before him? God damn it! What the fuck is his name?
St. Pierre?
No. Same concept as Connor. He's like kind of the first guy that started to talk shit in the UFC. He was always going
Diaz?
No, always going after people. Always being flamboyant about it.
Chael Sonnen?
Thank you, Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen was kind of like the platform. And
Never
Chael,
heard of this guy.
You should. He's a fucking awesome
American
fighter.
gangster, bro.
Yeah, and he set the platform like you talk shit, you're gonna get fucking.
Yeah.
You're gonna get who you are because like before, like Shell was getting fights and he was winning, but he wasn't getting love. And so he just started turning it on, like calling people out constantly, left and right, like "fuck you, I'll fuck you up," blah blah blah. And then of course that grabs everyone's ears, like who the fuck Shell Sonnen?
Yeah.
And then he comes in, starches some people, loses a couple, but keeps talking shit, gets his fucking contracts back, starches some motherfuckers, and goes about it. Connor came in and did the exact same thing. He just started talking mad shit. Everyone's like
Predicting shit and then doing it.
it's
and
the Tom
executing
Brady
it.
effect. It's like everyone hates him. Everyone hates him because he's winning. But Now imagine if Tom Brady was a cocky motherfucker, be like, I'm gonna win another fucking Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
you got the shirt on. So imagine if he was doing that. People are like, I really fucking hate him. I'm gonna pay for this pay-per-view to watch him lose the Super Bowl, and then he wins.
Yeah.
You know, and so it was the same thing. We still rooted against him, but for fighting, he's just got a mouthpiece on him.
Is that
And a hell of a fucking fighter. I mean,
but that's the thing you need in fighting, though. But I don't know. I think you need that in fighting. Like,
to a point, fighting's supposed to keep you humble, though. That's the whole point of it. You're supposed to be humble, which leads me to the question I was going to ask you before asshole interrupted. Not really, you didn't. I just want to give you shit. Have you ever fought anybody, whether it was in like rough housing, not rough housing, but like King of the Cage kind of an atmosphere, or even in the gym
right now?
Like, I really fucking hate this guy. Like, I don't hate, maybe a strong word, but I really dislike this dude. I don't like him. I don't like what he thinks. I don't like how he talks. And then you end up rolling and fighting with him. You're like, okay. And afterwards, you're like, yeah, we're actually pretty good buds because we kind of let it all out. No. And then there's no animosity left after that. And you're like, yeah, I can actually see myself being friends with this guy and we're good now.
No. I would.
No, you just hate him. You just kill him.
No, I remember Jim is like, is
fuck you, bitch. Ah!
Good friends. And the fights that I have had, I haven't heard like anything much on the people. And I'm not one of those people. I don't really engage like off of it. Like, to me, I treat fighting as like everybody's a silhouette till I get in that cage. Like, you got 2 arms, 2 legs, and you're trying to hurt me, and I'm trying to do the same thing. Like, I just don't, at this level, I just don't engage in any of that stuff. But other people, everybody that I've trained with have been like,
but you respect them because you're training with them.
And they're my good
Unless
friends.
There's someone who's like, hey, bitch, like, I'm gonna fucking whoop your ass, and you're like, God damn it, like, I keep
but if
kicking my ass. Like,
if someone did say that and talk shit, and then we like had a war, then it would be like, oh man, like you earn respect, because if you fucking start trading shots and they're fucking taking them, and you guys are duking it out for a while and you go through rounds, it's hard not to respect someone.
What if they're talking shit the whole time and you starch them? Do you give them any love after that? You know what I mean? Like, if he's just talking shit, and you're like, nah, man, I'm good. And
in the moment, yeah, it's hard to, in the moment, if you fucking.
Like, I can understand the engagement, like, say a 3-rounder and it's fucking blow to blow.
But
like,
you could either like hit, and if you knock him down and they talk a shit, and then you fucking staunch him and they hit him, it's like, what, motherfucker? But after you calm down, they come up like, hey man, good fight. It's like, yeah, that was a fucking battle. You know what I mean? Like, you would calm down, but in the moment, it's like, ha, I fucking won. But I think there are people that are like, no, fuck you, be sour. But I think at the end of the day,
have you ever had somebody talk shit before a fight? I mean, I know you've only had just to select a few, but or anybody that you've rolled with, like, I'm gonna fucking fuck you up today, buddy. I mean, those are things that people are gonna say to you regardless.
My buddy does,
fun.
but he's being funny about it.
Right,
like, you know what I mean? But he wants, like, in a challenge, he's like, I'm gonna fucking take your head today. And it's like, if you get it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
let's see what happens, bitch.
Get it? Yeah, exactly. Right. But he's like, he's good, but he's higher up, and he's
right.
You know
he knows his shit.
But the thing is, like, that's what I love about jiu-jitsu and fighting is, like, when you get to these classes, and like even like the community, like the jiu-jitsu community is nothing but like love and learning. And
because you guys are all fucking high.
It's not it's not crazy. You know what I mean? Well, I know I always am.
Well, there you go. No, that wasn't a pun. That was just fun.
No, that's everybody gets it because of Joe Rogan and 10th Planet and everything like that. It's like huge for them.
Dude, I just watched Eddie Bravo's role with
Gracie or whatever.
One of the Gracies.
Yeah.
And like, because I've never seen it, and I always heard about Eddie Bravo being this fucking 10th Planet badass, and just from watching Rogan, right? Like, I didn't really know anything about Eddie Bravo. I know at the time, select a few jiu-jitsu. I know a lot more now. But I didn't really know much. Like, dude, I've never even seen this mother. Like, is he really that good? Like, I've never, like, who the fuck is this dude? I've never heard of him, right? Which is also a sediment to his character, because he just kind of did his own thing, and he's a fucking badass. Yeah. And then I watched him do that role with Gracie, you know, and filming was shitty, of course, because it was 2000, whatever. And I watched it, and I was like, okay, so it's like a 1 round, 20-minute, right? Or whatever they fucking filmed it in. I just watched it like 3 weeks ago for the first time. And so I'm like, all right. So I watched the first 5 minutes. I'm like, this is gay. And then I fast forward it to like the last part. And then I kind of see where they're working angles. I'm like,
it starts getting
okay. And then he fucking wins. It's like, dude, motherfucker. Like, he is legit. Yeah. And I don't know.
And that's what legitimizes it. Like,
I know it, not enough. I know a very minute amount about jiu-jitsu and stuff. And just like, I mean, I only trained in it for a year, but it wasn't like, this is jiu-jitsu class. It was just kind of thrown in here and there. You know, like when Kale was on after the fact, when we were filming, we were sitting there and we were fucking around, and he's like trying to work me over and doing something. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm going to work you over and grab you. I'm like, why? I'm like, you think I'm just going to go with it? He's like, well, what do you mean? And then I was like, okay, you obviously never give your back to your opponent.
Yeah.
to a point.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me show you something. I'm like, what? I'm like, watch. And so he's working me down. I think he had one arm over and he was trying to slightly pull me down and then put himself in the like full guard. And as he's doing that, I'm like, watch this. I just broke his arms and spun around. I'm like, what are you going to do? He's like, he was blown. He's like, I've never seen that. I'm like, this is the thing. I was like, I'm segueing hard here, but I was like, what you're doing is what you're learned and like in what you're taught, which works. I was like, but me right now, I was like, the instance that I turn around, now that you are side positioned, I have a full double leg on you instantly. I'm like, so I would spin and then take that double leg and take you straight down to the ground. And he's like, dude, I never thought about that. I'm like, that's because you learn more when you're taken out of your aspect, right?
Yeah.
And so like, say if that's all you did is jiu-jitsu and you did it with the same 5 guys for a year, and then you go and do jiu-jitsu with someone else who's done it with the same 5 guys for a year, and they start doing things like, well, that's weird. Why are you positioning your feet that way? Why? And then you learn things. And so it was like, the common thing is like, I would have never thought to spin out of that. He's like, most people don't want to give me your back. I'm like, but your momentum's going this way. So when I break, like you're already off kilter. I was like, so I'm not worried that you're going to just jump on me because you can't, because your body weight you're taking me one way. I'm like, but if I break that counterweight and then I'm able to come around, I'm like, if it works, it works. If not, I'm getting fucking clocked in the face, taken down and then wrapped up, Yeah. I mean, this is a perfect world, right? Yeah. And so showing him that, he's like, I would have never thought about that. I'm like, and I told him, I was like, one of the cool things about fighting is like, once you start learning the basics, I was like, try new things. Like keep the fundamentals similar, but try new things. Try putting yourself in a different position. Be like, because it might work for you and not somebody else.
Yeah.
He's like, I guess that makes sense. He's like, but we train. I'm like, you train to train. You train. This is how you do it. This is the way we're going to do it. Continue on. You've learned those moves. Now we learn new moves. I was like, but if you got to put yourself in and that's the thing about fighting, which a hard segue is coming back to you, is when you start fighting and say you're in the cage rolling with somebody, it's like fundamentals work because where stage A and B are. But in between A and B can be a multitude of different levels of like, how the fuck am I going to get to B? Because he's here, but he's too strong to roll over here. So now I got to figure out how to get to B, which I can't do, which is in class would be a quick, easy rollover. So now I got to fucking work my way over, and you're finding all these things. And so that's what I was telling Kel, like, just find those little avenues, because there might be little tricks and things in there that you don't think about because you're so worried about getting to B. I was like, be fine with being like attacked in A, but find those multitudes. Yeah. I was like, and that's what the cool thing about fighting is, because you never know. Like, you can come out and people will be like, yeah, he's been doing jiu-jitsu for 2 years. I'm like, but dude, he has these fucking wicked fucking ways of getting out of arm bars. Like, nobody would have ever thought of, and it fucking works. Yeah. And it's all because you put yourself in a spot to be like, I'm compromised, but maybe oh shit. And then,
that's what's good about jiu-jitsu by itself is you take things, and when you learn them, everybody's more flexible. Everybody's, different strengths and whatever sizes. So there's some things that like, there's some shit that people just take to because they're like really flexible. And they're like, oh, that's my shit. And there's something that it's like
taking yourself out of the element.
Yeah. So it's like there's not really a move. So you take that move and then you make it your own. So it's always, you're taking these moves, but you're customizing them to your ability. So
hashtag custom auto.
Yeah. So
not a sponsor.
It's like you do like something like, oh, I just don't get that. But there's like some shit that I would like get. And it's like, since I'm like used to like throwing my weight, it's like,
right.
That's most people like, oh, you must have been a wrestler. It's like, no, that naturally it feels like, oh, that would work to me. Where other shit would people like, oh, I would do this. And I'm like, that feels all wrong.
Or instead of throwing your weight, you just give your weight. And they're like, oh, what the fuck do we do? Like, I watched that thing with Michael Jai White. You know who he is?
Yep.
And he's sitting there with...
He's legit, too.
He's a fucking legit motherfucker. Yeah. He was sitting there with... who's the brawler who fought in the UFC and died? He did backyard fights, bare knuckle.
Oh, Kimbo Slice.
Thank you.
Slice, yeah.
I got one. He's sitting there with Kimbo, and he's like, all right. He's like, I'm going to show you something. He's
the
fast
the
1, 2
thing.
Yeah, and then so he hits his hands. He goes, okay. Now he's like, all right, now block me, right? He's like, 1, 2, and he blocks. Because he fought. He's like,
yeah.
And then he goes, and this slow, and Kimbo's like, I know what to do, because he's never seen it, which is hilarious. And the reason why I laugh at that is because when MJ and I were younger, when we would wrestle around, I'd fuck him up all over the place. I would like, you can't stop the slow roll. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, if I'm going to take you down, instead of like shooting on you and him sprawling out and like putting his weight on me, like, you can't stop the slow one. He's like, and so I would just slowly fall into him. and I would just grab his leg, and he's like, I don't know what to do, and then he would just have to go with it because I'm already on them, compared to like being ready. And I laughed my ass off at that because it's the slow roll. It's the everyone's here is, and the part. Sorry, not to interrupt, but the part of fighting is like you're so compact and it's as fast as you can, as hard as you can, light, but. Sometimes the slow beats the fast.
Well,
it's like the tortoise and the hare.
Well, what he was doing,
crazy.
What it was
True story. It's a true story. Back to our childhood.
No, what he was doing was
like,
showing his shoulder movement. So when you're when you're doing it, it's like when you do boxing and you see boxers, they're very
right.
But he was tagging his hand though.
Doing it. And he was doing these flinches. So when he was doing it. So it's like you do without
you
reaction.
Pull it up.
So yeah, so it's like it's mostly like showing people like,
but it's
so you're waiting for that tensity. So that's how you can time people. Is like when people throw a hook or they do something, they'll wind it up and they'll throw something like, okay, he drops it and winds it up when he's about to throw it.
Well, and Fedor does the best. Like, and then I had to go back and I'd go back and start watching the shit. And Fedor does the best because he fucking has his hands and he goes like this. He'll like throw like a you see it. It's a feint. It's a high like looping fucking hook. And then once he hits there, like the person that he's going against, whoever it was, like you can see him like go, oh, it's so slow. And then from this moment, I get 3/4 cocked. He goes, da! It's like Tyson's under over sideways smash. It's like, dude, it's so perfect because you're not thinking that there's any power behind the slow punch.
Yeah.
And that's what Jai White was doing. I fucking loved it. I'll pull it up. It was
Diaz
great.
does it. Those two brothers do it too, where they just pepper you, where it's like pap, 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 pap.
Oh,
so you don't know where the powerful one's coming from because they're fucking hitting you so many. You're kind of letting them, and then they'll sneak a fast one in there, and then they'll throw a fast uppercut. So it's like
if I had
those guys' uppercuts
are
fucking insane.
If I had to pick though, like between Nate Diaz and Connor, and there's my life depending on.
Well, they're trying to say they want the trilogy.
I'd probably go with Connor.
Yeah, this is talking about shoulder movement.
So we're watching the Kimbo Michael J. White video minus ads or plus ads.
Skip them. This is when they're filming that movie.
Yeah. So they're just Jai White's talking about position right now, which is great because Kimbo.
He's talking about boxers. Is it from your shoulder?
The middle of the floor punch coming from the fucking base. So they're just speaking right now. Kimbo slices in front of Jai White. Kimbo's opened his hands. He's going to take a couple punches from Jai White. So that's the whole slow.
Notice the
fast.
speed.
I've seen this video. I just don't get what's going on.
Because he's reacting to how you'd react.
His shoulder.
It's the speed. It's not just the shoulder. It's the speed. Because as you're fighting, you're reacting to quick responses.
Yeah.
So if something comes at me, I'm gonna block it out.
Yeah.
Right. Where if you came at me like this, I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
my mind isn't trained to go. I need to block that.
Yeah.
So he's just react. You know, it's like I don't know how to. The body doesn't know how to react to that, even though you're saying, "Don't let me hit your hand."
Yeah. Because you're waiting for a flinch, you're waiting for a tense, you're waiting for something to give you a signal that you're about to,
right, like
about to
fight
engage.
or flight.
Yeah.
Because like you're trying to do setup kind of thing. Maybe it's like coaching technique. What happened to Kimbo?
He died.
But how?
Heart problems.
Heart
I think.
attack?
I can't remember. I heard his son was training and starting to like become a fighter, but I don't know what that means technically. I don't know. Kimbo was fucking big back in the day when
fights now.
what was it called? Like backyard fights, bare knuckle fights, bum fights. Remember bum fights?
Bum fights and shit. I remember the bum fights guy on Dr. Phil. He dressed and shaved his head just like him, and he wore a suit and like mocked him. It was so fucking funny.
Oh my God.
It is so funny.
Dude, I can.
What are you talking about?
You next, bitch. You're coming up next.
It's awesome.
Oh, fucking Kimbo.
Thing that you're not drinking, others you have to pee too.
Hey, he's watching his calories. Alpha Brain, it doesn't work.
No.
You could try it. I mean, I don't know what's in it.
I tried taking nootropics and shit like that.
It's supposed to, maybe it doesn't work with alcohol. Let's put it that way. Like, that could be the problem.
That's usually a problem.
Supposedly, it's supposed to help with the cognitive memory part. But
You guys just got something to say. Fuck it, let's try it.
yeah, well, he got them.
You got them.
I don't think they work, but
I don't know. They make a lot of money though.
they do. They do make a lot of money.
You just get some people to say the brand names and it goes.
Exactly. Which why he got it, because like he loves that guy and it's supposed to make you smarter, but it don't feel like it does make you smarter.
It's because when our alphas grow, we're omegas.
That could be it.
We're not alpha or omega. We're in the middle somewhere.
Honestly,
We had that feeling.
if we took that shit probably every day, it'd probably help. We only take it when we're drinking, so our beer brains counteract the alpha brain.
That's basically what I was saying. I think alcohol like fucks that shit up. Like, so probably, I mean, you could take it because you haven't been drinking at all, but whatever. But
No, I've been just eating edibles.
I'll take it the right way.
Yeah. No, I take stuff. I get like sponsor. I mean, like Patreon hits me up with I asked them. I was like, hey, I need some shit. Like, what do you need? And I was taking like I need some fish oils, and I needed some I needed some like nootropics, like some mind shit. So,
Do you feel like the fish oils help with your joints when you're doing jiu-jitsu?
I just try to take it for some old, for my heart, and for my fucking joints,
my skin.
Yeah.
come down, man. He's old.
You know,
What
my
the fuck are you
eyesight.
trying to get out of this fucking?
I'm asking him questions. You don't even know what fish
eyesight.
oil does.
Why don't you just go eat
So-
some fish?
It's different.
God damn.
Yeah,
It's
omega
cooked out.
3s, 6s,
Thank you.
9s.
Do you take any other
Your
supplements?
EPAs, DHAs, you got a bunch, huh?
You take any other supplements besides that? Like when you're training?
Yeah, I take BCAs, protein shakes. I've been trying to get away from fucking so much sugar and all that shit. So I'm trying
It's
to
hard,
think of different,
right?
dude. But even like my
Sugar's in
even like
everything.
vitamins, I take all gummies. Like it's just easier to eat multivitamins, vitamin D3, like everything that's fucking vitamin E, vitamin C. I take CoQ10. I take it all
You
like through
snort
gummies.
CoQ10?
Coke. Yes, but the Q10. The
It's the only way to
Q10's
take
hard
the
to
vitamins.
get.
You just gotta take
'em.
them.
Hard to get.
Nasally. Do you take any like test supplements or anything?
No, I just got my blood work. I actually go in tomorrow on the 14th, and I get my blood results back to see if I can get on like TRT or what my test levels are at, what all my fucking shit's at.
Jesus.
see,
Right.
see where everything's at. So
You guys got this all figured out. Like, goddamn.
we get older, man. And like I just feel like right now I feel like
No, man, like
repairing-
fighting wise, you got it. You're not out here fucking taking
I take
tests.
supplements.
You're not taking blood tests.
I'm taking tests.
You ain't taking no tests.
I'm taking all the tests. 1+1, baby.
You're taking supplements? What supplements you taking out here? Fucking gross supplements?
No, unfortunately, my height is staggered, buddy.
That's
Hair supplements?
Nope, gave up on that shit a long time ago. Let that bitch go. Sign of
Not
balding.
for me.
Boop, done. Ain't saving that bitch.
Jesus Christ.
No, I take fish oils, vitamin D, vitamin C test. I still take my creatine when I'm working out with pills. I've been taking some of that.
Jesus Christ.
What? How do you know, Mr. All I do is eat bread?
Get on that fucking
Jesus
lioness
Christ.
diet.
Only bread balls.
Does it? Hey,
Lioness diet. He made some fucking random diet up. You don't know about the lioness diet?
let me ask you this.
A lot of people don't
bread
eat
ball.
till
Does
fucking
it-
noon, son.
A gorilla eats bamboo all day. And
Am I a fucking gorilla?
You'll never be as strong as
Am I a
them. So
primate?
calm down.
I'm not a fucking primate.
No.
Okay?
Calm down,
Okay,
bro.
I'm not a fucking animal.
Yeah.
Well, in the sheets. But besides that,
No, you're not. Either way.
no, I'm like a little fucking chinchilla.
No.
That turtle.
No. Snapping turtle. I'll get that cunt. But no, I still take supplements. And then, it's especially like, I'm just starting again. Because I was
But
with
getting
the
your
fa-
blood
Hey,
work done
let me-
at fucking,
let me-
you're getting into your mid 30s
Hey.
and shit like that.
Well,
shit
the good
starts to
part
drop
about
down. You want to
if
see
you get your blood work
fucking-
done, you can actually
I'm
get
gonna
real supplements
I'll,
instead of over the counter bullshit that's like one
I'm
1/millionth of the fucking test that you actually need that's going to get dissolved in your fucking stomach anyways, where people shoot up steroids. Not a sponsor. But the reason why they do that is because you're getting 70% of what's actually in that steroid compared to
I'm gonna ask
taking
Travis a
pills.
question here.
Like even if you take
Testosterone,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
let me
maybe thinking you might know this.
Let me ask
If
you
you
a
take
question.
steroids through ingestion, you're losing. Like, why even buy
Yeah,
it?
you're-
obviously, you know how to fight though. Let's say you didn't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Let's say you didn't know how to fight, or like you can say like you can handle yourself. Does size matter in a fight?
For Cox, absolutely.
I
Like-
talk about like a muscle guy, like the bodybuilder, like the guy at the bar that's like, oh, that suck to fight that guy.
Exactly. This guy
No.
right here. This guy.
No, it's
No, exactly.
Well, it depends in moments or
That's-
frames in times. Like if someone like
Very
catches you off guard,
very subjective.
and like like grabs you and puts you in a weird like and like all of a sudden like you stumble back and he gets you on the ground. Now you're like, okay, fuck, this
Like
is
he's
fight
laying
not
on
good.
you?
Yeah, and he's in the initial part of like, let me hold on, let me use my strength and like
That's his Brock Lesnar move.
because
kind of
I only say I say that is like unless you're going like when I first started jujitsu, I was a bigger guy and I was strong and I was athletic.
So
a
you
lot
can
of like
muscle your
white
way
belts
out
or
of
blue
shit.
belts, I could kind of manhandle. But when I got into like purple belts and brown belts, they didn't give a fuck what size I was.
Yeah, like,
They're
we got you,
yeah,
bitch.
they'll manipulate you.
Exactly,
But it's
that's my
weird. But
point
like,
being.
but the newer guys and even some of the blue belts, I could out athleticize, like and,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
do shit.
I feel like going back to my lioness diet, yeah, fucking Cape Buffalo. The more weight you put on, the more meat I get to eat, bitch. I'll figure you out. I'll figure your ass
The
out.
day you ever beat me in any kind of athletic fucking fighting will be the day that I take my own life. You heard it here at Three Shots Podcast.
I don't want you to kill yourself.
I will never have to.
Don't
so
do
that's
that
my point.
because I already beat you at the 40.
No, you
so-
did not beat
Yes,
me at
I
the
did
40.
beat you at
No,
the
you
40.
didn't.
And I was running backwards.
Oh, okay.
And I have your wife to contest.
Murph challenge. You guys wanted to do it.
Oh
I'll
my
fucking
God.
Murph
got-
his ass.
You got 3 hours to get it done.
I'll get it done in fucking 20 minutes, bro.
I need some training. Some training.
He didn't say I could use a bike.
You give me 6 months, I probably could beat him easily.
In the Murph or in a fight?
Whatever you want to do, MMA style.
Okay. Okay.
Give me 6 months.
You can take 6 months with whoever you want.
Okay. We'll set it up.
I'll give you a
sometime.
fucking year.
Give me a year.
I'll give you a fucking
He'll give me
year.
a whole year. All right.
Yeah,
Funny part about it-
is you have to actually do it for a year.
Are you gonna
He
train?
won't do it. Exactly.
Are you gonna train though?
No, I know enough.
Okay.
I won't train for a year. You go and train for a year.
Okay.
Tell me if you can fucking beat me.
Okay. Can I train with Travis?
You can
and
do
Kel?
whatever you want, Travis and Kel.
You think I can beat him in a year? He has experience. I don't.
I have years of experience. That's the big difference.
But
And so you have to learn stand up, wrestling, jiu-jitsu.
also. He's also like what, 500 pounds more than
Are
me.
you talking about like actual like boxing and like
No, I'm talking about taking him
just
to. I'm gonna like.
it's gonna be
Like a
MMA.
I need a brick under the mat so I can hit him in the head.
I got him. Ah! Aaron has
Hammer.
lesions on his head.
Shit. No. Like if we. That's a good point though. Like he brings up a good point. Your mass, but should Taekwondo? It shouldn't matter though, right? Like what we were just talking about. You go to the bar, the guy's bigger than you. He's just throwing haymakers. You can take him down, right? 230, 240.
If you feel comfortable doing it.
see it,
I mean,
yeah.
you can shoot. Here's the thing.
Can you
I can show you how to shoot a single and a double, but if the guy is 240,
I don't need you to
260,
see
and
me.
you don't know
I
how to
want
fucking
you shooting anywhere near me,
make his,
bro.
I'll shoot my load on
I'll
his
shoot
face. If you don't know how to fucking wrap and take that body weight and actually pinch it and sink it and take him down, you can shoot all day. You can shoot on people that are 170, and yeah, it works. But if you don't have an actual straight form and be able to sink that in and take that bigger weight down, it's not going to work.
Well,
And I'm too short anyway, so you ain't going to be able to shoot on me.
I need to
so
learn.
Let's just,
I need
let's
to
just
learn.
start with that.
I need
unless
to
you're
learn.
getting
Like, do
low.
you guys do this maneuver where like
Maneuver?
giants step up and squash
Okay, video
short
game
people?
ass.
Like these guys. I need to learn that maneuver.
you want to head snap the short guys because they're already down there.
Yeah, that's why you don't shoot with your head down.
I feel like you're gonna shoot on my ankle. You fucking midget.
Fucking shooting your toe, bro. I'll bend that toe back and pull you down.
My toe has some bunions, so I hope you do. Pull it the right way.
No, it's a different thing, Joe. Like, I know you.
Every situation is different, though.
It is.
Just because there could be a big dude that's athletic as fuck,
right?
And that could just be like,
good night.
Yeah, and that's why I thought I could fight. Because I was like, oh, I'm a big dude, but I'm pretty athletic. So to most people, I could handle myself in the gym against other gym goers because I felt like I was more athletic and not just like
you cared more
uncoordinated bodybuilder. Like I feel like I can do basketball, football. Like I feel like I can get in
and
the
you
flow
still
of any
compete
sport,
in it,
and not just be like. Because there's some people that like. Have you seen like this was weird to me? It's like people that are like in the NBA or football that are like athletic as fuck. Then you see them go on the football field or the basketball field, or throw a ball or do shit. And they look like throw baseball. They like get all like weird. And it's like. What the? You fucking are doing
You're an
360 windmill dunks, all coordinated as fuck, but you can't figure out how to throw a baseball or swing it back. You know what I mean? Like, there's weird shit where I'm like, I feel like
it's also
all
the point
athletes
too, like,
should like coordinate.
If you're gonna go out and throw the first pitch, maybe throw the first pitch a few times before you go and throw the first pitch. You know?
I have this theory: if you think a chick is hot, throw her in a swimming pool and try to watch her swim. Yeah, exact same thing you're talking about.
Or no, because if she's hot, I don't give a fuck.
Jerk it before.
No.
See the Titanic, son.
No, it just does something.
I don't give a fuck.
It does something to your brain mentally when you just watch something. And
no, because I don't care if she's dying.
Stand up.
Look at her ass.
3 feet of water. No, it just does something.
I'm gonna look at her ass. Her tits fucking falling out of her
You never had that.
Why the fuck do I care if she can swim?
No, you never had an opportunity to see a hot chick swim that couldn't swim.
I know that's the only sport you ever did. No. So I get it. I get the reach. But come on,
it's not the same thing. It's just when
Michael Phelps over here.
When you see someone, okay, it's like
Michael Phelps.
So like the point being is like you see Kim Kardashian in her most comfort zone ever. Instagram, whatever photos taken, you never see her out of her comfort zone. When you put a hot chick out of their comfort zone, they're not as attractive,
or they're more attractive.
No, I mean,
depending. Like, what are we caring about Kim Kardashian?
I don't know. I'm just trying to give an example, like, of what you can relate to. Like, imagine Kim Kardashian, like,
I can't relate to Kim Kardashian in any ways. I don't.
Oh, okay. I can't either. Like,
our glutes are kind of the same.
Nah.
I have respect.
That's right. Yeah, hers are fake. My cheeks are real.
Yeah.
Made
cheeks.
American cheeks.
All I say is that, and you can test this. Like, I got black girl's ass, man. I'm sorry.
Let's see it. Put it up there on the monitor.
Cheeks to cheeks.
This is fucking blacked out.
Nah, it's multiple sport like athletes and like, and not going back and say wrong. Like, could you in a year, Joe, learn how to like kick some ass? Absolutely, and do things. But when you have someone who's, and I'm not like putting myself on some kind of pedestal or anything, but I've done things for multiple years. And even though I haven't done it in a long time, like I still know that shit. I might be a little rusty. I'm like, oh, I should have understepped. Well, fuck, you know, and now I'm done. But it's like, I know I wrestled for fucking 7. I fucking took Taekwondo for 4.5. You know, in between Taekwondo, we did boxing and jiu-jitsu. Like, so I'm not too worried about it, because the other thing is, and like, kind of like what we talked about at the very beginning of this podcast, is like with Travis coming out being antsy and being let's go, it would be one of those things like, hey, let's go. And if you've never actually been in that, like all right, let's fucking go. Like, I'm a seasoned vet right now, man. Like, I'm not worried about you, so I'm gonna let you show me everything real quick before I wrap you up.
That's the difference. Fucking kill you. And that's the difference.
So it's like,
and to me,
what do you want to do here?
To me, that's the difference, which makes you more confident in your skill. And that particular sport, being fighting, is actually fighting and like actually being in the ring. Like, I can go out there and hit the bag.
Plus, I've been knocked out a few times just from fucking like backyard fights, you know, which is kind of one of the things is like, the cocky fucking 14, 15 are like, oh, I can fuck you up. Yeah, and then, like, what the fuck?
I got a question.
Oh yeah, his dad he showed him how to punch.
So he asked you,
punch once and he got me. All right, I got to learn this shit.
He asked you like previous past fighters you could take out. I got one for you. If Logan or Jake Paul hit you up,
I think anybody in their right mind would take that fight. No matter who you are,
you're getting
take that fight?
Yeah, any day.
Do you think you can beat him though? Even if they told you to like take a fall?
Well, again, fighting or boxing?
I know they told the other guy.
Here's also the thing though is like,
it doesn't matter.
Logan is actually like a high level wrestler. Like he's actually like a high state level wrestler.
I went on this podcast, many episodes ago, and shat over Logan Paul, and I fucking was like, this is fucking stupid. I fucking hate it. However, I am coming back and saying, like, seeing what he's actually done for the fighters and what he
Jake or Logan?
Or I'm sorry, Jake.
Jake's the boxer, yeah.
And so I fucking just could not stand the guy. I fucking hate him. I thought, Askren was going to do something. I thought Woodley was going to do something. And then I was like, I don't give a fuck. This is a money grab for you. You're promoting shit, blah, blah, blah. Hated him. Coming back now and seeing everything that Jake's been actually trying to do for like the UFC and getting them guys paid and everything else. Like, I completely recant my statement. Like, actually seeing what he's been doing and like calling out Dana White and being like, this is why you need to pay your guys more. Like, I will put in much money for you to pay these guys more because these guys deserve a shot. I was like, okay. Yeah. And so I took him at face value of being like, he's the punk ass bitch and this is what he's doing. And now actually I appreciate what he's doing and I get it, man.
If you watch Logan is actually wrestling with like Paulo Costa when he's like 210 and he's like doing good with him. He's actually a good wrestler. Yeah, he grew up high school wrestling, college wrestling or some shit like that. He's actually high level at it. Like, you can tell he's a fucking an athlete, dude. So
they both were athletes. And so don't say you told me about Jake because he was a fucking.
So it's hard to say now. Back then, no, but I think
he was the Conor McGregor of the fucking shit talking.
But think about if he had so much fucking money that you could pay someone to do your diet to the fucking T. You're working with legends in the boxing industry for year after year after year. If you're fucking sitting at home and you're hitting gyms with legends and training partners and dietitians. But
he wasn't doing that from day one.
It doesn't matter though. That's the point.
I'm just saying after 3 years of working with Sugar Ray Robinson and all these guys or whatever.
Your hands are good.
If you're not good in 3 years after not having to work a fucking physical labor job and fucking
hey, Travis,
Subway.
I don't want you to go fucking do flooring anymore. I just want you to work with
the point that I tried to make. I made this point, exact same fucking point you're making to this lame brain and whoever the fuck else was on here.
Very first fight,
a long time ago.
This is the very first fight, which nobody knew what he was doing.
If you have money and all I can do is eat right, get trained by the best people ever, which he was against.
Still am.
Against Paul winning that fight against
I knew he was going to win the Askren. I knew he was going to win against Askren.
I was like, there's no fucking
Askren doesn't have hands.
I know he doesn't, but I had to give him faith.
It doesn't matter either way though. It doesn't matter if all you're doing is being trained by the best people training you.
I could MMA, but boxing I would fuck up bad Askren.
I could fuck.
So here's the other thing then.
So that's someone at 170.
This is where like I'm calling you out, Jake Paul, 3 Shots Podcast. Take what time that you're doing and do it right and find a fucking mixed martial artist on their prime out the gate. Like, fight fucking Woodley again, but this time go to his ropes.
Dana White
said he will never fight in the UFC.
Dana White will fight Jake Paul
and probably beat him.
Yes.
To be honest with you,
Dana White would beat the shit out of Jake Paul.
White's a fucking black belt in fucking jiu-jitsu, man.
Dana White almost beat Ortiz. What's
Dana White?
No, they once boxed.
Yeah.
If they were in an MMA match, he admitted that he would kill him and destroy him. But he's like, but I used to box, and he's like, and Tito sucks at
boxing. They trained for it, and David Ortiz,
Dana, and Tito were gonna box.
Tito Ortiz, that's
Dana White.
Dana White, and Tito Ortiz,
and Tito Ortiz backed out. Dana White
was Tito would back out.
I
don't even know what Dana White can do, but Tito can't box.
We'll do what should happen is to control the UFC. Dana White versus Jake Paul. That's what it should be. But Dana White
control of the UFC. If Dana White, a heavy fucking.
Dana White's a businessman. Go watch his YouTube videos and people.
No, I understand.
Fighters.
I get it, but they need to pay those guys more. They do. Like,
they get paid in sponsorships.
No, they don't.
Okay, well that's their problem with the agents.
Shit. The UFC gives them the material for the sponsorships. Like, hey, Reeboks, here's some Reebok.
Because Reebok sponsors UFC,
right?
And it's hard. And that's UFC won't let you have like how I do it, like
sole sponsorships,
like how these guys, like the people that I listed, how like they all are like sponsoring
pitching in
me
for
to
you.
help me, not fucking helping
the company. AKA, they're not paying AKA.
They're not AKA, or they're not paying King of the Cage. And then the King of the Cage be like, oh well,
we gotta cut.
Okay, well, hats off to Jake Paul. That's smart.
Again,
that's smart to attack.
Yep, it is. And so I recanted my statement. Get it, Jake Paul. Do what you got to fucking do because you're actually for the way I see it now
making waves. And
he is.
However, how much?
How much do you win
in a title fight or lose.
Well, here's
in a
the thing:
title
is like
fight
bare
Him or
knuckle.
UFC.
in UFC. How much do you lose in a title fight?
It's
Ngannou just got 600,000 or 500,000
You know what I could do with 500?
no.
Fuck.
because Chad Mendes is bare knuckles, and he said he'll make more than the heavyweight champion of the UFC because he's making 600,000.
I thought it was if it's a.
and that
I
wasn't
could be
including
wrong.
his sponsors.
I can actually just look it up, but I thought it was if you win your title shot, because lower belts are different. It's 50 grand.
No, if you lose, we're talking about losing. If you lose a title fight,
It's 25.
No, Ngannou.
$25,000.
It's not much. That's why all these UFC fighters are fucking pissed off.
Ngannou for the heavyweight champion, for him to win that fight, he won like $500,000 or $600,000.
To win it.
Yeah, no to win. Yeah, and I think you can look up Chad Mendes what he made. He made 600,000 just off his bare knuckle. That's not including his sponsors because he actually can make money off his sponsors, which he said he made probably another 600,000 off of.
Let's find out.
Payouts for fighting.
This is
$3 million.
Well, that's because of Connor. That's a whole different game. Hold on, let me dig some more.
Okay,
You guys keep talking.
Was it because of Connor? No, it was
Type
not.
in
It was 'cause
Francis.
Which, hey,
Ngannou.
have you heard
paid
that
for like 271? or
the
whatever.
Iceman's coming back
Oh God,
to
he
the
should.
UFC?
He needs to not probably.
Dude, he's like 56.
Oh,
Well, those guys were savages back in the day. Those guys like before fights would be fighting like 2 days before, like banging it like hard.
they'd
as fuck.
probably be drunk as shit.
And now it's like, dude, those guys have probably taken more brain damage. They don't need to be fucking trying to step in the ring
Yeah.
and fucking
Chuck
whatever to bang it out.
Chuck
dude.
Liddell's coming back to fight.
Can't read my friend.
Oh, there's another UFC game coming out. That's gonna be sick.
That's what I was gonna ask you. I completely forgot. Okay, let me get into this real quick. Hold on. Let me turn my fucking volume down.
Jesus.
Sorry, was not prepared. So, two things. Going back to the video game shit we were talking about. Do you ever play any of the UFC video games?
Huh?
Do you think they're
Are you
absolute
in it?
garbage?
All up to the last one.
The last one was actually pretty good.
The 4 was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I played all the other ones. I'm like, this is
Yeah,
so slow,
I agree.
cakey
I
shit. Like,
agree
what the
with
fuck
you.
are we doing?
But
Here comes an over. Oh, here we roll. I'm like,
now
what
this
the fuck?
this one actually like it made it a little more realistic and just like and they made the fighters real. They gave them their styles, so it wasn't everybody with the same jab. It was like how Nate Diaz they have the same
Right,
wide
open
stance.
arms,
Yeah,
right.
Like it's crazy. So like you get to use and like the maneuvers of like the jiu-jitsu instead of like doing all this weird
How are the
shit.
controls though from like actually like backing out and like sidestepping? Because I know like when the UFC games first came out, it was more of the joysticks. Like you had to feint and
It
kind of
was,
come
you
out,
had to
kind
do
of like the
combos.
boxing games.
Yeah, XYB, what cross out. So you have to like then you set up a whop and then like so,
Dude,
So it's good.
it's like
Do we need
more
to get on these?
technical.
Okay,
it was
so-
fun.
Hey, we need to
One
get
sec.
on these VR mats quick.
This is what I'm saying. So now VR, the whole Oculus thing. Imagine,
I'd fuck you guys up.
yeah,
Being able to fight
he'd be in the
without-
corner giving us water. Like, wait, man, he's a sponge.
But here's
but in the VR fucking thing, imagine that shit. Like you and I are sitting in the fucking room. It gives us our body types, and then you can put in like your attributes, right? Like,
You're
I'm
looking
good at
up-
this,
you're
that.
looking
And
up
then
at 'em?
You and I just get to go and fucking roll around and do it. It would be better in real life, obviously.
Yeah, I just think it'd be hard because like with fighting though, like you have the tiredness, the exertion, or like like you have that fear that's like
You got me.
adrenaline.
Right.
But it's like in fighting, I feel like if it was like VR, where have you played like the Creed boxing yet?
That game sucks.
But you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like how you're just like after a while though, because you're not feeling punches, you're just
Dude, that big dude that fights Creed and like in just the teaser game or whatever you want to call it, the fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
My wife,
Demo.
demo. Thank you. That was a hard word for me. My wife played that.
4-letter one.
And then she fucking got scared because the dude's a big old black dude, right? And like he overpowers you. It's kind of like Punch Out, like first like height size wise, kind of when you're playing VR. And so she got scared and went to go kick him and kick the fucking couch and the fucking bruising her foot and shit. I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh my god!" She falls down on the ground. We had people over. And she's grabbing her leg. I'm like, "There's no kicking and boxing." She's like, "I just got scared because he came up like the overhang, and we sit like this." And she said, "No." So she kicked him because the VR is so real in a ways.
Well, it does give you that like
It is real.
shit. But then you know what I mean though? Like,
But then it sucks when you
Made
actually
me
know
throw up
boxing
and
and then you box
to stop doing it.
Yeah, you're like, dude, this is perfect technique.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I not getting
I'm
this?
trying to dip and slip and
Right.
throw under cup, and it's not doing it.
And he's
right.
like, oh, hey,
Hitting me,
maybe
it's like,
too.
"Fuck,
And then
does
you're over here
something."
sweating your ass
Yeah.
off for 10 minutes, and you're like, you've landed 2 punches.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what
It's
the
like,
fuck?
fuck you.
It does some special
Exactly.
effect where it knocks you out.
So
like,
it's not good.
Yeah.
what you're saying is not good.
It is just people rock and sock them like boxing, basically. So it's just like,
Yeah,
I think in
right?
fighting, like, you have to deal with like
but
sparring.
That's the thing with fighting, though, is like
you got to deal
you
with
have
getting
to
punched in the
you have to
fucking
get
nose.
hit. You have to get punched in the face. You have to be able to be like, hey, can you withstand
All right,
this?
so what this says is there's 3 tiers of fighters. The lower ones could be around 10,000 a fight. They could be all the way up to 3 million. Middle tier fighters are those who have won a few matches and have begun making a name for themselves. They typically get paid 80 to 250,000 per fight. A lot more than I thought. So I was wrong because I thought it was fucking weaker than that. UFC fighters in the highest tier are those who have the biggest fan base and have the opportunity to earn up to 500,000 or 3 million per fight. This is most notably seen in McGregor, obviously, because he
Yeah, but you have to realize how many UFCs are there a year.
They're like
about
every other weekend.
Well, there's UFC every month. They've got it used
Like
to be like
a main UFC fight, like a main, like you're gonna go pay for
4 or 5 a year. It used to be like
There are
like
18
3.
games of football a year. Like do the ratio, like math. Like
Yeah, but that's completely different. You can't weigh it that same way.
yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
There's 5.
Fighting and football are completely different.
Okay, I'm just saying, take that aspect out, like the
I mean,
physical,
thinking basketball or baseball.
the physical
The biggest
punch.
contracts you can ever get, and they play 172 games a year.
If you take the physical punishment out of it, yes, like
That's the biggest fucking punishment you can get.
I understand that, but
They do probably more than that. They have to do more than that because they've already
They
done
do like fucking
they've already done,
UFCs
like-
every fucking week.
yeah, but like the count though, like 74, 75, those ones I think they do probably like 80 a year or
I thought it was every 3 months. That was 4 year. Every 3 months they have like the big, like the new card or the new title. Back in the day, it was like once or twice a year. And this is like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it could, but I feel like they've already had like 3 or 4 big fights already. I feel like they were on like just 68 or 69. Now they're on like 74.
Well, they have UFCs, but it's like some of them.
I'm
like,
not- I'm
do
not-
you want to pay for
I'm
it?
not- I'm
People are
not
like, I
trying
love
to
UFC
be,
so much. I just pay for it. It's like, fuck that. It's not a big
I'm
name.
not
I don't
trying to
give a
be
shit.
Joe Goldstein out here, but I'm just saying, like if you only fight 5 times a year,
But see, what you're losing is the training for these fights. What these people are actually going through. Think of that as the season. So when these people fight, you got to think about it as like that's their
they're
Super Bowl.
not going through what Travis is going through. Like he has to actually
Yes, they are.
that he has
They're
to
absolutely doing that.
No, okay. First of all, he has to actually like go to work.
There's a lot of
Then
guys
train.
that do.
But if you want to fight though, 200 grand.
But you'll
how
have
much
to-
would 200 grand give you? Like
It'd make you want to
Train-
fight again.
Yeah.
training wise.
Yeah.
It'd make you want to go. Okay, let's go.
Before
make
I
it-
was paying people.
You could buy
to fight.
you could buy a nutritionist at this
I
point.
was spending money to.
I didn't realize like I used to
Yeah,
laugh
now
at-
he's down to 50
I
grand
used-
that he made off that
I
fight.
used
So
to,
now he wants to
uh,
fight in 6 months to keep it going.
I think the goal that people should be is like go be a nutritionist. Like that.
we
seems
know
to be
2 of them.
be the biggest thing. Like if you had 200 grand right now, you know, or if you were in your
but
20s,
Joe,
like
you're thinking like 200 grand is like a case of money, right? So you got 200 grand. It's not going to get you anywhere. You still got to make another 200 grand. You're not going to retire off that shit. So you have to compete and continue.
No, you're
to go.
not going to, but it makes it so that you can quit what you're doing to focus on your craft.
Yeah.
Agreed. But
Yeah.
now, I mean, what's the longevity of a fucking fighter? 10 years if they come in at 20, maybe?
It just depends. But yeah,
majority,
usually you're
maybe
fighting
10 years.
for 10 years.
And that's the thing is like Travis could be.
the thing
hold
that
on,
what
hold
UFC
on,
does
hold
that
on.
the probably
Travis,
the
let
others
me- hold
the
on,
other
let me go.
corporations don't do is you get full revenue on your ads. There's no way Conor McGregor is worth $1 billion based off UFC.
No, they
No,
start
it's 'cause
making
of the
deals
fucking-
of the pay-per-views.
Well, he got.
And he
the reason
has-
why
he
Conor
his
has so
own-
much money is because he
has-
fought Floyd. That's
No.
it.
And he just sold
His whiskey.
He has his own
for $500
whiskey.
million.
He has his own
Exactly.
ads.
On top of that.
Yeah, he
You're
doesn't
not-
own anymore. Anyways, Connor is the fucking outlier. Doesn't matter. But no, you
not
have,
an
to,
outlier.
you have to put it
It's the
this
same
way.
thing with
Joe,
Couture.
hold on.
Iceman.
Those guys that make
There's still
shit.
people making. They still sell the
No, those
Iceman
guys didn't make
Mohawk.
Put it this way.
Yeah,
Travis
they
comes
make
into the. Let me break it down to you so it's maybe easier. Travis comes into the UFC. Starks motherfucker gets paid on the first tier, say 10 grand. And like, he's got a shot. Okay, let's go. He wins. They put him on the second tier. So now he's making between the 50, the 80 and 120 or whatever it was. Yeah. So he makes, say $200,000 off that fight. Okay. Now say he had those 2 fights in this 1 year. So he's up to like $300,000 that he made this year. Now he's paying his taxes on that shit. So say he's back down. Hold on.
CPA's
he's back down to $200,000. He's also training, paying for his life, his coaches, everything else. He maybe pocketed $60,000 off that fucking shit. Maybe. In a year of fighting, and he's still having to fucking do all this sort of shit. So then now they put him in the top 3 tier of him actually making money. He loses in the next one. I'm like, okay.
You're acting like...
Hold on. No, let's listen though. He loses. And so he gets half of whatever top tier 2 was. So say he gets $25,000. He keeps competing or keeps training, wants to go again, goes into the octagon, loses again. Okay? Gets $25,000. So now he's still paying those people out. So even though he made a big purse in the very beginning, he just lost 2 of his fights. The UFC doesn't want to give him a fucking title fight. Maybe he's bumped down to tier 1. Maybe he loses one more time. It makes only $15,000 off that.
A lot of people get kicked out
and then he's gone. And so he just gave up his whole fucking life for fucking fighting to go for 1 year into the UFC, and he like had 2 good wins, but then lost.
No, I don't.
Dude, they kick people out of. You don't follow this enough. They retire. No. And Travis can contest this. They retire and throw people out of the UFC left and right. I just watched the next 10 biggest
names. Not even like fight. That's what they do with Kobe Covington. That's why he did his whole personality switch, is because he was winning and they're still going to kick him out. And so he had to do this whole like,
I got to make money.
So he started doing the wrestling thing.
So
which is
it's not just about what you fucking do in the ring. Like they could just not like you. And even though Travis would say like his 3 losses or 2 losses that he had after that, like it was by a minuscule. Okay. Like he should have won them. They're like, nah, you know what? We don't want any more. And now Travis is stuck being like, fuck, dude, out of this whole year, I only made $70,000. I got my ass kicked fucking 3 times, 1, 2. Like, what the fuck? And then he's like, now I go back to fucking laying carpet. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's why it's so hard. And that's why they want to make more money. It's like, we should have $1 million purse if it's a title fight, because these guys need to be able to set up, because there's no healthcare. There's no retirement. There's nothing for these guys. They're putting in all their own money, and if they win,
my other job, just to be clear.
You want to come work for me?
Okay.
Gotta stop smoking weed though.
Oh,
damn.
If the price is better and I get benefits, then that could be
full benefits.
Let's pay.
You just have to go to Seattle and learn to trade, and it's all.
I could probably work him out so he doesn't have to.
You should work me out.
We'll talk off air.
All right, yeah.
We'll talk off air with me too.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't smoke.
Oh, but well, I smoke because I have to, because of my job, and so I don't murder people.
Yeah, well, you might want to murder people, but it's fine because you're working with me all day.
Wait, you have a job? What do you do?
Yeah, I have fucking tile and flooring,
He's a fucking porn star.
Oh God, tile.
Anyways, that's the whole concept of like money. That's why like Jake Paul, coming back to Jake Paul, what he's doing is trying to get these guys paid more money, which is actually it's not great. Not everybody's Conor McGregor. Not everybody's Michael Jordan.
Calm down, bro.
What point are you trying to make here?
My point being is like, you don't know the rationale of where $10,000 to $1 million can get you, because you're too used to jerking off Aaron Rodgers out here and getting 90.
That has nothing to do with it. $10,000
it does.
Shit. Not when you're paying for your family. Is $10,000 going to make it for you, Katie, and your 2 kids? Paying for everything.
I tell you what, if I were to go to the casino right now and lose to and fight Travis, oh my God. When you come back, we'll explain economics to you.
Economics.
You fucking idiot. Goddamn fucking having ass low, no prostate fucking.
Weak prostate, pressure having ass.
Fucking bitch out here. I'm not trying to like, so I'm not trying to take anything away, money value. Obviously, there has to be some value into it. Otherwise, people wouldn't do it, right? Like, your guys' gym has popped up huge. Like, like it's the biggest thing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dana White might be the fucking Putin of the fucking MMA, but that doesn't mean you don't have other sponsors out there. Like,
that's why you got to do it locally. That's why I got local spokesmen.
Yeah, exactly. And not to shit on where you go to the gym, but are they sponsoring you? That's Dana White right now. No, they're not. They're not going to. I'm not trying to say like they should or need to.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, but that's the thing. Like, if you were to go out there and sign and like someone likes you and you sign with vitamin water or you sign with this protein or
But
whatever.
it would be a gym. It would be our gym paying us because the gyms don't pay their fighters. You know what I mean? It'd be like King of the Cage not paying us, but King of the Cage pays only their professional fighters.
Exactly.
Not the amateurs. So, but
you could probably score as a professional fighter.
But like after my first fight, someone reached out and were like, hey, are you like, because I didn't know I was going to be on the poster board and all that shit. So it was like,
oh yeah, you're on
goddamn
the fucking
cute, by the way.
radio.
Yeah, dude.
I'm surprised they pronounce your name like
Hey,
That is very true.
So I was like, dude. So I was like,
She's like, let me fucking read that announcement.
yeah. So
Listen to
it
this
was kind of
fucking
cool.
voice.
So someone's like, can we sponsor you? And I was
Dude,
like,
I heard you.
fuck
Like
yeah.
I heard you 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "This motherfucker's gonna be on podcast."
It's on the radio.
It's so bad. Like
yeah.
it's so badass. Like
It's cool hearing your name like on the radio whenever like listening like around you
Right.
working. It's like and then like he comes in, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Then people like send me pictures of their phone and like I know it's little and it's like you know what I mean. It's like it's not like what some people are doing big shit around here, but it's like for the little goals that I wanted to reach and the shit that I wanted to do, it's cool to have like people like, yo man, like that's people reach out and be like, hey man, through all the crap that you've done or have gone through, it's an inspiration to see like
Exactly.
where you're
Fuck
at
yeah,
now.
it is.
So it's
exactly.
like-
And
so
even though
that's cool.
I can beat your ass, I'm so humble that you come on this podcast. Which I can't. Like I can't beat your ass. I'm sorry.
no.
We're at in time, homie.
Are we?
We're close.
We're at 2:30.
2:30?
Can you still go?
Oh yeah, no, I thought it was later. I thought we were hitting the 3.
You gotta
4
go?
Yeah,
mark.
no, I didn't know where we started. So
Damn.
I'm looking at my clock, son.
Mary Poppins out here.
No, we can do whatever we want.
'Cause I
we
just
can
had
go. We can go after hours.
We can go after hours. We have an after. We do have an after hours episode, which we should do that.
Yeah, let's wrap it.
Because I have a question. All right, we'll
all right.
wrap it up.
All right, hold on, Travis. Give us all your shit, your sponsors,
Again,
your fucking.
which we had?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
you did?
it's okay. Don't give a fuck. It's our podcast. Do whatever you want. Yeah, shout them out. Might as well.
Yeah, we're
sponsor my boy.
Yeah, we got again, obviously, AKA where I fight, and then Speakeasy Tattoo, which is in the mall. Northwest Wolf is the Instagram holder of my tattoo artist. We got Auction Depot, Northwest Realty Group, Bare Necessities Coffee, Steel Body Apparel.
I wanna
and
try the Bare
Dave Smith Motors and Patriot Supplements.
Where do
Thank you guys?
Where do people want to find your sexy ass? How do we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook or you can find me on Instagram _Modern Biking is the
Modern
Instagram.
Biking.
Yeah.
I like it.
Also,
That's
if you want to
modern.
find us, which we don't do shit here. Instagrams is the 3 Shots Podcast. Twitter is 3 Shots PC. Facegrams, as I'm going to keep going back to,
Should.
is 3 Shots Podcast. Also, shout out to 1252 Fat Mike in Chicago. Find your sports out there if you want to learn some fucking bullshit on some Chicago sportsians.
You guys just lost some weight, Cleo Mack.
Just saying, Packers going to run the North, bud. Again and again. That's never changed. Anyways,
Suck.
so, anyways, shout out to you guys. Thanks for listening. Shot cheers. Catch you next time.